Welcome everybody to the Kindness for Weakness DVD commentary. I am JT, I play Bill in the film.
My name is Bryan Gibbs, I play Shane Moore.
Michael S. Fields, I'm the guy who caught the ball during the baseball scene.
And Jeremy Francois, I play Tyler Moore.
Well, I guess this is a good time to start. I remember you guys saying this is like really cold.
It was so cold that day.
Yeah.
When they say it's colder by the water, they're not lying. It was freezing.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Wow.
yeah.
I wasn't there that day when he filmed it, but
Oh, you're lucky.
yeah.
And then the worst part about it too was they had these snowplow guys. So we had to keep going around and around. It kept messing our scene up.
Oh, really? Wow. That sucks. But yeah, I remember Bryan telling me about this scene because I wasn't there, and we were trying to come up with a beginning for this film. We really struggled to come up with the beginning. And Bryan's like, yeah, he's walking. That's the beginning of the film. He's walking. I'm like, yeah, it's really cool some of the stuff that we did.
I like it, I like the intro, I like the montage and everything. And everything that you see in the diner with Tyler drinking the coffee, and then later on when he's talking with what's her name, Shar.
Yeah.
All that was filmed in one day.
Yeah.
So it is cool because like you saw it later on, like because it took us pretty much a whole day to film that thing.
Oh, that's right. You were here for this day. I forgot about that.
Yeah. I helped with them.
Yeah.
Helped out with that.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I wasn't there like at all. But I think it's a good.
You were supposed to be there.
Yeah, I wasn't. But this is a good point to talk about, like, me and Bryan, when we came up with the script for this movie. Like, we were talking about the script for a while. We were talking about ideas for this. We had a ton of ideas. And one of the inspirations for this film was Breaking Bad. So I did want to have scenes where Tyler and Shane were beating the crap out of each other, like Aaron Paul and Bryan Cranston did in the film. But I really couldn't think of any reason why. But we just kind of brainstormed with this, and then finally we're going to write it. And I'm like, Bryan, why don't you write it? But I ended up writing it, and we both sort of ended up... I felt bad for the cast, too, because every time we were filming, like a day of shooting, we're changing the script, and I felt bad. Because we kept coming up with ideas.
Those were rough sometimes.
Yeah, because we kept coming up with more ideas. We just had so much fun with this film. We keep coming up with more ideas.
What about you, Jeremy? What do you think about all that stuff with Mike? Because Jeremy, you probably had to film the most scenes out of any of us.
Yeah. Well, usually what I try to do is whatever scene we're doing, I look at, okay, what can I add to this to see how it comes out? So a lot of times, well, this scene will be towards the end, like that change scene. I just sort of came up with that right down the spot. So you just never know what will work.
Oh, right, with the pennies.
Yeah.
When Tyler throws the pennies on Bill.
Yeah. This beginning right here for the diner, originally I wanted Megan to be in it, actually, because I thought that Tyler never saw Shar
Who's
again.
Megan?
I was thinking the same thing.
Who's Megan, Mike? Nobody knows what you're talking about.
From Losers Anonymous.
Oh, okay. Okay.
From the previous one.
Nobody still knows what you're talking about.
That's okay.
If you are interested, just look up Losers Anonymous.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Bryan's going to have it up on Amazon.
2016 on YouTube.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that version, Jeremy? Because we did go back and we re-recorded all your lines, I think.
That is a
It
good version.
turned out a lot better than the regular.
Yeah, it's a good version. Yeah, everybody check that out. Losers Anonymous.
Yeah, I really like Losers Anonymous, and I was really kind of...
You know what I like? I like Jeremy in this film. Jeremy's.
I kind of did like old Tyler. I kind of
I love
miss...
old Tyler.
I kind of miss pathetic Tyler, though, from the previous films, because it was so fun to come up with, like, ideas for pathetic Tyler. And this one, we didn't really want him to be a pathetic Tyler. He was sort of supposed to be like Scrooge McDuck crossed between Bad Santa. Like, he's supposed to be this angry, bitter man with a cane. Kind of like Old Man Marley in a way, but he, I just wanted him to learn from his lessons, and since it's years later after the other ones, we don't want him to be the same person that he was before. I kind of wanted him to be at least be a little bit stronger.
If I'm not mistaken, this is probably the third introduction film scene that we came up with.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's one of the things I kept getting changed.
Yeah. Actually, the original beginning of this movie was Bill breaking into the house later on. But me and Bryan were like, we can't start the movie like this. So this whole sequence was made because we didn't want the film to really begin that way. And I don't know, I think it worked. I always did want to have a scene, like one of these films where Tyler's reminiscing with somebody, especially like at a diner. So it kind of works out for me. Oh, here we go.
Here it is.
The life of Bill.
That was
Graham.
my idea.
This was the first
I'm
day of
stealing
shooting.
Yeah, it was the first day of shooting. Me and Jeff were actually late shooting this scene this day,
Oh,
but we
that's
thought we
right.
had like 3 hours, so we weren't really too like, you
Oh.
know. Yeah, and when we got there, Brian's like, "Oh, we only have like less than an hour because it's like at someone's house."
I think that this is my worst performance. In the
Yeah,
whole
he keeps
movie.
saying that.
Yeah, I hated my performance.
But I think that we covered it pretty well. We filmed the diner sequence later, and to make up for the scene, we made it look like Tyler's warming up to his story, so that it would explain why Jeff acts this way. But I really like how Jeff acts this way because it reminds me of some of the B movies that we watch. I just thought it was hilarious. But it didn't work for like the very beginning of the film, but it did work for...
I just think if we had a chance to redo that one, everybody could have been better.
See, I like that shot right there. That's kind of
I think the cinematography is still pretty decent for the scene. Just not
I still think you
necessarily.
could do better though. You weren't yourself that day.
Yeah, I was lost when I got there. I'm like, I don't know what's going on. So, and I wanted to direct it, but we had less than
There's
an
the
hour.
flower. I mean, the
Cocaine.
Now at that time we were shooting on my new camera. It was a Canon 60D, and we didn't even know how to focus it yet.
Yeah,
Very limited skills with the camera, so we just kind of got lucky.
what we should have done was...
Mike, I gotta interrupt you because this was the worst fucking day of my entire filming of all this.
Really?
Yeah,
This
I
one?
hated this day because I just kept running and it was so hot and I was wearing.
That was my
jeans.
fault too, because
running
I was
over.
listening to the
It's not
music.
the worst run sequence you've done.
Yeah. I was listening to the music.
This took forever.
That's
We did-
beautiful
That's a
though.
beautiful
That's
shot,
a beautiful
though.
shot.
We
You
did
gotta
like
admit
5-7 takes of that or something like
that. Was
that.
it worth it though? For the
Not
shot?
for me. For you.
You might be right.
Yeah, I was listening to the music for Pepsi Man, and I just imagined Bill running. If we would have filmed my version, you would have hated it even
Bald
more.
Eagle Trail.
You're lucky that Brian shot it. This is actually a pretty
I
beautiful
was burnt out
location.
at that point, so I'm so glad we were done.
Wouldn't it be funny if we
It was
didn't
my
use it for the
dad's
film?
house.
Yeah, I was thinking that. I was like, Brian better use this stuff for the film. He just films it for no reason.
I should have just told you right after I'm cutting the scene.
I thought you were gonna tell. I really thought you were gonna tell me, "Hey, I wasn't recording at all.
Oh,
I just wanted you to
the
run."
kids. The kids were actually pretty good.
Martha and Roy.
Martha and Roy.
Those are my cousins.
Yeah, Brian's cousins.
That's right.
You got the names Martha and Roy from Smash Brothers, which is Fire Emblem
Yeah,
characters.
that was probably the biggest game we played during the making of this film.
Bad News Baseball. Unfortunately, that Bad News Baseball
right.
stopped working after this movie.
I thought,
The wonderful Jessica Thayer.
yeah,
She did a
Jessica
great
Thayer.
job.
I think she did a pretty good job too.
Yeah, I was the one that you showed me like a picture of her or something like that. So I don't think
Yeah.
she did a video audition, and I thought she just had the look down for the character. We actually have not seen her video audition. We didn't even know what she sounded like or nothing before we met her.
Honestly, we did a casting call at a hotel business room, and the hardest trouble we had was casting the female roles.
Yeah.
We kept getting all these male applications, but like there was just very few actresses in the pool.
Yeah, the worst one was April Morgan, but we were also very picky for that role. We just couldn't pick anyone. I mean, it just we had to make it believable.
Yeah, she had to be like a supermodel-esque
Yeah.
woman.
So,
Like
and
Christy Edwards.
yeah,
So-
and older too. So it's like, because it has to be like roughly like, Ramon's age.
Mhm.
But I actually really like this scene here coming up. It's one of the scenes that I think about the birthday parties.
I think Bryan did a wonderful job.
Yeah.
Because Bryan wasn't just Shane in this movie. Bryan pretty much like made this movie. He edited it and directed it and everything. And,
Mm-hmm.
and I think your editing is wonderful.
Thank you,
For this,
thank you.
This scene right here, I love this.
Well, and my
All the
girlfriend
stuff with
Hannah,
cake. Oh,
she
yes.
she put all those gifts together. There's nothing in anything.
I know, it actually looks like a
Yeah.
real birthday party.
Yep.
It worked out well.
Yeah, like I wrote this in a script like montage or something, and then Bryan just sort of made up all this stuff for it. It was impressive, because I had absolutely no idea.
Yeah, way too long to blow out a birthday cake.
Yeah.
I'm glad we're not listening to the numerous amount of what's it called montages early on here. 'Cause I've heard those songs at least like 500 times.
That's because you've edited it. But
Yeah, we're not listening to this movie, folks. We're just watching it.
Yeah, we're just sort of just watching
Just
it.
memory. It's
like
like
a
watching.
silent
It's like
film.
watching a memory or something like that.
Yeah, it just does look like a home video. Kind of.
Casper, the dog.
And I also really like the cop coming up. It really like makes the scene, especially with the music and everything for it. It was just all perfect.
Casper the dog, love him.
I'll go ahead and plug this in now. Please go buy Mike Field's new book, Corporate Hordes, which is a prequel to Kindness for Weakness.
And Dating 101.
Some books.
It's a short film.
If you like to read or know how to read.
Jeremy's actually taken that one home. Dating 101 to read.
Oh, that's good.
Or improv. A lot of this movie was improv.
Yeah, there was a lot of improv.
Especially Shane. A lot of Shane's stuff was improv and Phil.
This is actually the first day I met Austin. If Austin plays like the police officer, I love
I had to clap for Austin Igna, ladies and gentlemen. The wonderful Austin Igna. Very talented.
I'm sorry to bother you.
Yeah, too bad he's not here.
And yes, he is Officer Cop.
Officer Cop. That's what we call him, also because we see like a cop right on us. And it's funny, we never noticed it during filming with the cop. I wasn't really there. I mean, I was there, but I wasn't watching. But yet, I was talking to Austin, yet I never noticed. Unless he didn't have it on, I can't remember.
I never know. I'll tell you what, I never noticed when we were filming. That is a cop.
Yeah, I didn't.
But I like it.
It's got an aesthetic to
It
it.
gives it a charm.
Outside of my house.
Yeah, this is actually at Bryan's old house right here.
Austin, I love Austin arresting me.
Austin said that he wished he was more aggressive with you.
Yeah, I wanted him to be. I kept telling him. I was like, "Hey, dude, you gotta arrest me and be tough with me and throw me around and shit." Because I was trying to fight him. I was gonna try and fight him and make it look, realistic.
Jay Brilliant helped me film this particular scene.
Oh yeah, we had Jay Brilliant on this one. He was my mentor in
Jason
filming, and he actually helped out with this film. It was great.
Yeah, Jay was wonderful. I always loved talking with him. He always said something. If you just listen to Jay, you can always learn something.
Yeah.
After the premiere, he said like some of the kindest words to me about how even like he had never been in any of the films he made, so like the fact that not only did I direct and edit and do camera work, I was also in the film. He called my character like brilliant just because of the way that he interacts with
Everyone
his uncle.
loves Shane.
Oh, Shane!
It was weird.
You're fucking hilarious, dude. I think it's so funny. Shane is hilarious to me.
I think one of the most memorable parts of the premiere was signing autographs after, because I've never had to do that before.
Oh yeah, that's
People
true.
were just handing me stuff to sign.
Yeah, I remember the first Roommates premiere, and I told Jeremy that he was going to be a big star. He actually got there like after the movie because for some reason he worked that day.
There's Kylie.
Yeah, here's
Yep.
Kylie.
Shout out.
But everyone crowded around you. Remember that, Jeremy, when you arrived at that
it was
theater?
pretty crazy. All those people came in.
Yeah. He became a big star that night.
Here we go. This scene, Mike, you should have been in this scene right here.
He was
Oh,
originally.
Here it is. Here, and then,
I
and then,
cast him,
and then you just imagine Mike pops out right there. That would have been so funny. I
You're
would love
fucking
to
this
work with you.
thing.
I think Justin. That's Justin, by the way. Justin Swift
Yep, my cousin.
did a wonderful job. I
Yeah.
think. I think he.
I thought he looked the part,
Yeah,
too.
yeah, definitely. He
Yeah,
definitely looks the
yeah.
part.
He's wearing my shirt in that scene too.
Bitch, it's a bitch shot.
Bitch shot.
Yeah. 2017. That's when my sister graduated.
Storming angrily through the house. But yeah, Mike, you should have been in that shot. I would love to have worked with you there.
That would have been funny, but like at the time, I'm just like, I'm in, because like there's a scene that's coming up that unfortunately I'm in,
Right? No,
and I'm too close to this scene.
That's a good point. You make good points. But
Yeah.
still, you could have put a wig on you. It could have been somebody else.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
no glasses.
Yeah.
And then it's somebody else. You know.
No one can tell you that you're
Just like
you.
any other
You
decent,
make sure you shave.
hardworking American dad is to his
Oh.
own
This, I think, this scene was shot brilliant.
Jay helped me with that scene too. We both. did
Oh
fun
yeah,
work.
Jay was here for this too. Like I remember Jay took over and shot some stuff on here as well. I remember we're hiding in that basement back there. You'll see it. There's like a little basement back there. That's where we were hiding.
It's so
The
intense.
laundry room.
In the laundry room. The
I
laundry.
like how the camera shake follows how they're emotionally
It's
feeling.
so intense. I love it.
Yeah, I really love this scene because like the camera work and the performances and everything just sort of came together. You cannot duplicate this. Like you couldn't film this again.
I like that if there's a negative review that's given about this film, it's just the cursing, and if that's the biggest complaint they have, I'm happy with that.
Then
Yeah.
fuck you.
Then fuck you.
Yeah, our family watched this and their biggest complaint was like all the cursing that's in the movie.
Yeah, I found out my family said they were like, Josh, Josh curses a lot. And then my brother Aaron was like, yeah, Josh curses. That's kind of what he does.
But the thing with these films, they curse a lot.
It's inspired by Bad Santa.
Yeah, Bad
so
Santa and Quentin Tarantino.
We say it's a dark comedy.
I always told people it's not for kids.
Yeah.
Luckily, the next one's gonna be for kids, though.
Well, that'll be for the future.
Yeah, Kindness for Weakness, the children's edition.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going for. Thanks.
That'd be great.
There's Justin again.
Yeah, Mike spoiled it.
Yep. Funny ginger
Ginger
whore.
whore.
I'm calling.
If you don't notice it, there's like 10 different Red Wing symbols throughout these couple scenes.
Yeah, they're
I like it.
big red
That
wings.
makes
And
it
posters and whatnot.
Shout out, give it
Breaking
a-
Bad is in there.
Yeah, I was in your room when they left that too.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I love this shot right here, how it pans and then like.
I like that it's continuous.
Yeah, it's all continued. We did want to have a one shot
Yeah.
in the movie. Like we got to have a one shot, so we try to get as many.
I'm
Yeah,
shocked
I
we
really
actually-
wanted to do a one shot, so I'm happy it was one of my scenes.
For a scene like this, where you've got such a small area to do that in without screwing up, it's kind of impressive.
Yeah, Bryan wanted to shoot like everywhere in his house, so we've got him down to base because Bryan wanted to shoot everywhere.
She was a good sport because I didn't tell her I was going to do any of the shit that I did to her.
She definitely looks
I just kind of did it.
genuine there. So.
Yeah. Yeah. Wonderful job.
There's where I used to work at for a year as a night auditor.
This is where we actually had the auditions.
I love the commercial on the radio.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was originally going to be me and Jay, but it didn't work out that way. But what
she
Bryan
did.
did for the
Yes,
radio
it did.
thing, it was a lot better. It actually seemed like it was a real radio station.
And that's
So-
Blair, one of my old coworkers.
Yeah.
Did she work at the hotel too, or was that?
She worked at Panera,
Oh.
but yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. You worked at the hotel that we filmed at.
hmm
Yeah.
This hotel.
And then under like new management now.
Yeah, it's newly owned, so
Oh.
I'm not gonna drop names or
I
suggest
love that
anything.
shot. Love with Blair. Look at
Yeah,
that.
that is a good shot right there.
I'm not even sure if that was
And then
intentional.
chapter
It might have
one.
been.
The
You
Life
did
of
that.
Tyler Moore. Oh, books.
Love that. Yep, books.
Yeah.
Shout out to
What-
Books and Canton. They
It's
were
supposed to be
wonderful.
called Book Connection, but when we got there, it said books. So we got to get a shot of that.
There's another coworker.
And that was
Another
pretty
one.
cool too, because
Oh, Jeremy.
we had to do it that day, and they just let us do it without even giving any prior notice.
Yeah.
They were
Sunday.
wonderful.
We were at the Henry Ford Museum, and we were going to shoot the bookstore there, but for some reason we didn't want to shoot there. I think it just didn't look good, or the colors weren't right. I don't know.
This is one of our favorite favorite
this-
scenes.
I think this is
Oh,
the
I love
funniest
this
scene
scene.
in the whole movie.
Really? This is your funniest scene?
I don't know.
Wait, wait, shh, shh,
Kyle.
wait,
I
nobody
thought-
talk, nobody talk. Because I want the people to hear it if they're gonna. Because this scene is the best.
Oh, yeah, let's hear that.
What the fuck are you doing?
I guess I think it's the funniest too because I had that job for about, I don't know, a month where I would be spying on people that were supposed to be off work on workman's comp. So that's how I came up with this idea. But I was so bad
I
at
didn't
it,
know
I would
that.
get busted all the time. People would come out, "What are you doing? Why are you sitting here?" Now it's supposed to be all inconspicuous, but so that was one of my shorter-lived jobs.
Wow. I know.
Oh, here's where the movie derails.
I
Oh,
think you would have been better with a full beard. That's what I was going for when I envisioned you on the big screen.
Yeah, just one more shout out to John and Misty. They were the people at Books who let us film there. They were wonderful.
oh yeah, they're wonderful people. There's Aaron as a cop,
Yeah.
and it says cop right there.
There's Cassandra.
I hope those are the right names.
I wish Cassandra could have made it today.
God, I can't wait for my exit. Get out of there.
I think you're
So-
a funny character, Mike.
So my favorite part is in this part, Tyler basically describes what happens in the movie.
Nah. Yeah.
He says, the main character, or a loser comes back in the main character's life and he ends up getting punched out.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
love that. I think that's great.
I never even thought about that either.
I don't think anyone would notice it unless they studied this movie.
Well, all you have to do is watch it again.
Yeah, I now watch it again. You're like, oh yeah, that happened. Fuck you, Bryan. Actually, I really like this scene too because I don't know. I think that, this shot's actually pretty good. I like the background.
I remember this being a morning shoot, and I had to close at work right after this, work 2 to 11 or something.
Oh, that's
like that.
right. And then we had to go and shoot at the train tracks, which was the most miserable day.
That was
we've
the
had.
hottest day.
Yes,
I
it
would
was.
have to say.
It was
Yeah,
so
I'm
hot
glad-
that I was drenched in sweat by the time we got there, and I was craving the shade. But like I couldn't barely even hold the camera up because I was so weak by the time we
'Cause
got
how
there.
long of a walk do you think that is, Mike? That's got to be like 2 miles one way, isn't it?
I think so.
Yeah.
But usually it doesn't bother me, but the heat just made it worse.
I just remember that Jeremy was always wanting to wear that that jacket.
No, I really wasn't. It seemed like every scene, I had to be in it, and it was the dead of summer too.
So was that scene with you and Kyle, the private eye scene, was that your favorite scene in the movie, or just the funniest scene?
I just think it's the funniest scene to me personally.
What was your favorite scene in the movie? I know what your least favorite is, but what's your
Oh
favorite?
yeah.
I don't know. When it comes up, I'll let you know.
Okay.
There's I think 52 scenes in this movie.
Really? I'm
Uh-huh.
surprised. I thought it'd be more than that.
I think we cut like 3 or 4 total.
We actually, the only scenes that we didn't get from the script was Comerica Park, because we tried to get Comerica Park.
Yeah.
We both did. We tried really hard.
Well, the baseball scene was supposed to be there, but in hindsight, I'm kind of glad we didn't get it because we ended up not being able to get any extras for the baseball
I think we
scene.
could have gotten it at Comerica
If it was
Park.
America Park, yeah.
Yeah.
Probably.
But, that sucks. But, and then the other one we didn't get was the shooting gallery, which was Ramon's introduction. We never got, they wouldn't let us shoot there. I was like, whatever, we got enough of this movie. I always remember this scene right here as like the Bryan scene, because I never remember writing it. And when you showed it, you did put it up on here.
I think I
later
remember
the
it.
editing.
Mhm.
I'm like, what is this scene? I don't even remember this one.
Eaton
So,
Street.
and it's totally Bryan. Hamster in a microwave, Maniac Mansion. That's totally Bryan.
I just love that we got Char to say "What the fuck" in the movie.
I
Yeah.
think
Got
it's
everybody to say it.
Yeah, she actually like messaged me and she said that she wanted the look on her face when she says "What the fuck?" 'cause I guess somebody really thought it was hilarious.
yeah. She actually messaged me that too. I sent it to her,
Okay.
so she got it.
Yeah, that was really fun. She was wonderful.
I love the fact that we got Man the Man in this one. Me and Jeremy considered him to be like a celebrity because we listened to his Christmas music every year.
We still got to get out to that Wheel Inn where he does karaoke at.
Yeah, I would love to go there.
'Cause he still does it every Saturday.
And what's great is you two look like brothers. Like
Yeah,
side by side like that, you two look like you'd be brothers.
We have
I
a lot
kiss
of-
both of you.
I think we have a lot of bald guys with beards in the movie.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like if anyone was
This is
just
like
watching,
the fourth bald guy with a beard. It's
like
so
if I was
fun.
just tuning in, I'll think that was Bill. Like Bill, like 10
I
years
do
later.
love his aesthetic there.
Yeah.
It's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that the camera's out of focus enough to get rid of the Harley Davidson name. It's on accident, but it saves us copyright.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was on the camera on this one, and I can't see shit through the LCD screen sometimes outside. And then Bryan would yell at me. Like, well, I'll never hold the camera again. Oh, I hate this.
I
Show
can't
my
believe your
apartment.
apartment looks like that. Fuck off.
Oh. I mean, I
All
know
those
it's
games that Tyler has.
trying to come up with a point.
Yeah, I remember people going, whoa.
Yeah, during the premiere.
And then, oh yeah, Shane wearing the Santa hat here, that was actually for 2 reasons. One, because Man the Man was on the Roommates Holiday Special, which was the second episode of this series. And also it's a tribute to Bad Santa, so we figured that the introduction to Shane would just have him wear a Santa hat.
Yeah, and Shane's character works for it because he can do quirky things like that.
Yeah, he's so
Wear a Santa in
weird.
July.
Yeah, he's so weird and out there that it just makes sense for him. I don't even think anyone even notices he has a Santa hat on. I'm not
Probably
sure.
not. They're probably looking at the cat shirt.
This originally on the script was
We gotta
supposed to
give a
be.
shout out to Amanda though. We forgot to.
Oh yes, Amanda. Who I loved her performance as Angelica as Amanda. She did great. This one was originally going to be canoeing in the script, but then we changed it to this water park because we just really liked this. It's like the best water park that
I like
I've
the
been
water
to.
park scene.
Yeah, I actually go to water parks like every summer, or at least try to.
I
And
remember. I got sunburned so bad.
yes,
that day.
we got sunburned really bad this
I
day,
was
and
hurt
I cut up my
for 2 weeks.
feet because I was in the water shooting them, and I cut up my feet really bad. I was so miserable after we shot this, but I believe wasn't this the only thing we shot this day?
I don't know. I just know that none
No,
of us...
yeah, because you had to go to work after this. So yeah, it was.
I just remember that none of us wore sunscreen that day.
Yeah.
It's a bad move.
Yeah. I usually never wear sunscreen though, so.
Nobody thought about sunscreen. Yeah, this is how we explain not having Amanda in the scene. We just
Yeah.
threw...
Yeah, Amanda was originally supposed to be played by my sister, but she didn't make any of the first shoots, so we had to recast. Because...
I know we could have had Angelica in more scenes, and it sucks.
Yeah, it would have been awesome to have more Amanda scenes, but...
Yeah.
well.
Coming up is
Love this, one of my favorite Shane lines so far.
Oh
So you're my AFF then.
yeah, and nobody can hear what AFF is. It's supposed to be a fucking faggot.
And then he gets the water on his head right when faggot comes up.
I guess it's left up to the imagination.
Yeah, I wanted to have a good introduction to Ramon, but that would involve making the film longer. But one
Love
of the
Ramon's
ideas,
theme song.
I love Ramon's theme song.
I think it's hilarious every time I hear it. I can't hear it though.
Yeah, but what would have been funny if we introduced Ramon like he's on a date with someone, and this girl wants like a nice guy, and Ramon's trying to hint to himself, but she wants anyone other than Ramon. I just thought it'd be a good introduction to his character, but I didn't want this character to come off like I'm making fun of the real person he was based on. I actually wanted to create a character that's like him, but him not thinking I'm making fun of him. But unfortunately, when I showed him this film, he still thought I was making fun of him. Even though he makes cartoons making fun of people, he still was mad. I don't even think he's going to be willing to watch the film because he thinks, like, dude, you didn't even watch the whole thing. We actually did like a tribute to Ramon.
So what scene was supposed to be here, Mike?
This one?
Transition. There was supposed to be a transition.
Oh, Tyler and Shane were supposed to discover some shrooms and then get really high off of them,
Yeah.
and then trip out and then end up waking up here in the church.
Yeah, but we ended up not shooting that. It was supposed to be for the canoe scene, but we ended up.
There weren't enough drug scenes, if you ask me.
We actually did. We wanted him to play every sport and take every drug in this movie, but you can only put so much.
Yeah.
This is Jeremy's favorite scene, right? Isn't this your favorite? Did that thing shut off?
For a second.
Oh. So you said this is your least favorite scene, huh? That's too bad. I don't know. I actually kind of like this because I really like the background there. We originally were going to shoot this in like a bedroom, but while we were shooting at the Wayne State University, we might as well shoot in one of the rooms there. We're searching.
Yeah, I just want to give a quick shout out. Fuck you, Wayne State.
Yeah.
You can go fuck yourself.
Jared did a great job though as Reverend Steve. I actually wanted to see more of his character.
The other day, I couldn't find a parking spot, so I said, oh, well, I guess I'll park for free today, and went to CVS. Fuck you, Wayne State. Alright, anyway.
It's like one of the worst set up colleges because it's like everything is broke up like for parking.
Yeah, I like that their president got like a $10,000 bonus just for the fuck of it. Fuck you, President
Oh,
Wilson.
the background of Detroit right there.
That's a beautiful shot.
Yeah.
That's where I park all the
Welcome back
time.
to the fuck Wayne State commentary.
Yeah. That all that construction is all almost built now. It's like a tall building. It's taller than everything else around it. And it's just like I think it's another like apartment complex. We complain because there's not enough parking spots, but they're just going to go ahead and build a whole nother
For you to pay for.
Right. Love that. Love the dudism.
I don't know. I seen his card, his license. It said dudism on it.
And he smokes weed.
Yeah.
You know,
You can see you can see a little bit the sky starting to change. You can kind of tell.
Yeah,
There's less
this
natural
is
light.
actually in real time with all that stuff you shot. All this stuff right here coming up is all the stuff that I think of when I think of like when I was developing Kindness for Weakness. The original title for this was Writer's Block, and I was going to make it into a novel, but I never really liked the title Writer's Block.
I like what you did with that. I like how it goes up. Oh, and then the big reveal here.
Yeah,
It took us like 10 attempts to shoot this.
it seems like it'd be
We
more.
worked hard on that.
Yeah.
Oh, fun fact: Cassandra was filming with us that day, so she was sitting behind, sitting behind me, and I put my arm behind the chair, and I kept flipping her off. Right before the camera would come on, just
That's funny.
That's
I
also
didn't even know that.
State.
Yeah, because we were rolling the camera on a table. We
That's one of
kept
my
fucking
favorite
up.
shots of Jeremy.
Yeah, I like. Did you have fun, Jeremy,
So
treating him like shit?
Yeah, did you like?
Well, that's all I did the whole movie.
I loved our scenes together. I thought we did well together.
I don't think I was happy in any of them.
You're not supposed to be.
No, not with
Yeah.
Bill.
No, not with Bill. Not really with anything. The only time you sort of like let loose is with Nina, but you
Right.
know, you gotta get the pussy, I guess. You know.
Okay. Well.
Something about a truck.
Like this scene right here is something I always thought about when I was developing writer's block, and I'm glad it was able to come to life. I even liked the whole cop scene and everything. All that was on writer's block, and then Tyler yelling at Bill. That was one of the things I was excited about making this movie was Tyler yelling at Bill.
You're so funny, Mike.
I love that you talk about stuff that you didn't do.
Yeah. I know, it's like,
Commentary.
yeah.
Come on.
No, it's the, well, writer's block and this one were pretty much like the same thing, but I actually enjoyed this scene. I actually enjoyed the performances here.
This is my second least favorite scene that I did.
Really?
Yeah.
I
I
enjoyed this
enjoyed it.
scene.
I've never had a problem with this.
No, I love the acting here. It's actually really, especially from yours,
I think Jeremy
JT.
did good.
Mostly,
Jeremy did good too.
I dictated scenes by how hard they were to cut together. I fucked with this scene pretty heavy.
What was the hardest scene for you to cut together?
It was the Jeff scene with the home invasion.
Right.
Because it was the first scene we shot. It was the first scene I edited, and the first time I edited the scene, I was like really disappointed with it. I proceeded to edit that scene at least like 5 to 10 more times. Probably upwards of 20 to 30 by the end of the editing process. Just because I couldn't find a happy cut with it.
The
Just,
happy cut.
you know.
Looking for that happy cut.
There were so many different places that we were going to use for the soup kitchen, but we settled for this one. This was actually next door to the hookah bar that comes up later in the film, and the same people from the hookah bar own this one.
Dakota, shout out.
Shout out
I went to
Dakota.
high school with him. He's a cool guy.
I
thought
wanted
he
him
was
to be in
hilarious
this.
too in this film.
I really wanted him to be in this movie more, but man, like a lot of parts have been filled, and it filled up pretty quick as far as like all the parts for this movie.
I love that.
I love that reaction. Yes. I love this too. I think this was your idea. I think
There's 3 people in here. Who's you are?
that'd be you, JT.
Oh, okay. Thanks. I just wanted to hear you say it.
Here's Amara, who I had a class with at Wayne State.
She had a deleted scene as a cop.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, she was also the cop in the deleted scene.
Yeah, when Bill gets out of
Yeah.
I did post deleted scenes on YouTube, so if you're ever feeling
Oh, tell us the
squirrely,
scene.
Shout out to Tellus.
Yeah.
thanks,
Thanks for
Thomas.
drawing or writing.
Chapter 2.
Good total.
We added chapters very late in the film.
I love that. This is all
Oh,
real,
yeah.
folks. That's all real. Like that's in a real
We
park.
found that
Yeah.
at what's it called? Heritage Park in Canton, Michigan.
Yeah, when we got here, we're gonna shoot at these benches over there, but for that one day, they were actually
It
reserved.
looks like anorexic wrestling or something.
And so we just ended up using the rest of the park, and I was so glad we did. It was such a beautiful park. It would have been a crime not to shoot there.
This scene looks beautiful.
Yeah. I also enjoyed the performances between these two here. This is all improv right here.
You two did wonderful, and then Cassandra and Christian did great as well.
Yeah. The thing is about Nina's character is that she's supposed to be like this really nice character that accepts people for who they are, just not assholes. And Cassandra is kind of the same way as her character in a way, because she never really talks bad about anyone. She's really nice to work with. Probably the only person she talks bad about is me, but who doesn't talk bad about me? But,
Okay.
What are you talking about?
Thanks for Mike's self-loathing hour. No, she is really nice, and she did slip into that character pretty perfectly.
Yeah.
I think she was awesome. She lives in Toledo, which is about a 45-minute drive from where everyone else was. So she was a trooper, and
Coming out, yeah.
she was always
definitely.
here.
And one time she came out and she didn't get a chance to film at all. I felt so bad.
But she was always hanging with us.
Yeah.
And she even drove up us up to Charlevoix, didn't?
Yeah.
4 hours away
Oh,
in the
yeah.
tip of Michigan. Yeah.
And she was supposed to film there, and she didn't get a chance. It was twice that she came up here and supposed to film, and she didn't.
Wow. Yeah, she was good.
But she liked hanging with us, so that was cool.
And she just finished a play that just got released in Toledo. About a month ago. She's keeping busy.
She's been doing a lot of paintings too. I'm having her
Yes.
paint
Oh
some
yeah, she's a
characters for me.
fantastic artist.
Yes.
So,
And she did some other
Rocket's
films
doing
as well.
shit too.
He did
He's
Black
doing
Jesus, and then like a web
Oh, yeah.
series or something
Yeah.
like that.
check out Black Jesus.
Oh, yeah.
That's by Christian Adams.
Yeah, he also
Very
goes
good
by
web
the name
series.
Rocket.
Yeah, he's done stand up. I don't know if he's done it in a while. But
He's
I think
actually
he-
still doing it. I think he has
Okay.
one like tonight. Honestly,
Oh wow, sweet. There you go, shout out.
Another thing that's amazing here is consistency of like background detail. Like for instance, you and Bryan and Jeremy were always playing catch. So
Yeah.
during this whole scene, they're actually playing it still.
Yeah.
And then during their catch scene, when filming that, they're in the background.
Mike, you did a
pretending-
good job shooting this scene, by the way.
Oh,
Yeah, I
thanks.
think it's-
I think Andy was doing audio, wasn't he?
Yeah, I had to go and adjust Andy too because he was getting too close.
Well, what can you
But
expect?
yeah, I'm like get over here. But
Get over here.
this was all guerrilla filmmaking too. Like we was just like didn't know where to shoot at or how to shoot it. We were just sort of making it up as we went along. Oh,
There's
here
Mike's
comes
apartment.
here comes the deck scene. This was
Justin's
actually
car.
the second day of shooting right here because we were so excited about filming the deck scene that we just had to shoot it really quick. We were so excited about it.
You know, that was Justin's car that
Oh
he used to
yeah.
film.
Those are Mike's candles, Mike's door.
In my head, I like to pretend that Bill stole it.
And then we have the background of Bad News Baseball playing here because me and Mike love playing that.
Yeah.
Oh right, yeah, I love that when I heard that. This was the first scene Jeremy and I shot together, filmed together, right?
I think it was.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, Mike and Bryan were really, really excited. To
Ju-
film
Yeah, it
this.
was Jeremy's first day of shooting. Actually.
Justin shot this, by the way.
Oh, that's right, he did.
We had quite a few different people shoot the film throughout the production process.
Yeah.
I think we had Jay shoot some, I did, Mike did, Justin did.
Well, all my shots were the worst. So if any
Yeah,
shots you see
but
that are
Mike's
bad,
good.
I shot a few, not much.
Oh yeah, you shot some at La Pearl.
Yep, I did La Pearl. I did one at the end with the fight scene. After the fight scene ended. I love that. I think it's hilarious. All the stuff with all the montage. I think that their dating montage is great.
yeah, I think I still have that.
You ever have bumps in your ear?
Dex, do not touch Bill. I wanted to write that because of The Simpsons. Like they always had stuff.
Yeah, this scene was actually inspired by Wolf of Wall Street, and I really wanted to have a Wolf of Wall Street moment in this movie. And we wrote this in the script. We just saw it was hilarious, so we couldn't wait to film it. How did you feel about this scene, Jeremy? Were you?
Well,
Some of
I
it was
wish
improv.
when we filmed this, remember I came over like a little while later, and then I was messing around with this one chick that gave me these gummy frogs that had weed in it.
Uh huh.
So I wish we could have filmed it when I had those frogs, because then it would be like doing real drugs on camera, and this is a cool thing.
Damn, we should have done that. Darn.
There's always next time. Kindness for Weakness 7.
Yeah.
We still got the roommates in space, so.
Mhm. And then Douchebaggery is Shane Moore's story.
Kindness for Weakness holiday special.
Hmm.
You know, there's plenty more to go around.
And then Kindness for Strongness.
Kindness for Strongness. Kindness for Weakness 2, Bill's Revenge.
It's all in pre-production. I'm just kidding.
No, yeah, we're not gonna do that.
Yeah, I actually really like this scene. It's just, to me, it was just hilarious, especially with the nod to Big Murph, because the real person that he's portraying was really into Big Murph. I love that expression you give at the end right there too, by the way, JT.
Dig it.
And I love the use of the cough syrup too. I'm glad. we
Oh
did
yeah, this is all funny.
that.
I love when he's taking drugs. It's so funny.
Tyler taking drugs. I've always wanted to film Tyler taking drugs. It never had. He drank, I think, but I don't think he's ever taken drugs in a series.
I
It
don't
was
think he has neither.
Really? Oh, that's right. I never thought of it. Well, yeah, he did drink.
Yeah.
And even that was rare.
Yeah, rare.
The Ramones face.
I
Wait,
yeah.
wait, then he holds the game.
Oh yeah.
It's actually a very pivotal shot in the film, too. You'll come to see.
It's funny. We use hot tamales, by the way, for the decks.
Yeah. So that's the Dex kids, hot tamales.
Yeah. Just get hot tamales and you got decks.
Yep. And drink a lot of cough syrup.
This is actually a beautiful place right here. That's at the mini golf, but then this is actually by the Walmart right by here. This big old island. I hope they never tear it down. The ducks like to hang out there. It looks beautiful in the wintertime too.
There you go. How you feeling?
I'm not really feeling nothing.
You will.
Kylie.
She was waiting this whole time.
I think this is like her last scene in the movie, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
She was
that's right.
supposed to be in it more.
She was actually supposed to be in the
Look at that look.
DVD argument scene,
Yeah.
but we had to cancel that day, and then she couldn't make the second attempt at shooting it, so we shot it without her.
I remember we
This
shot
is
a lot that
beautiful
day
shot.
though.
I love this shot.
Yeah, that is a beautiful shot right there. Actually. Anytime we shoot over there, it's just beautiful. We had to put it into the film. We wanted, and for this movie, we actually wanted like as many beautiful shots as possible in it. That was like our goal, to have like great, beautiful backgrounds. I was just tired of filming ugly shit. So, like my apartment, it's like I'm glad that my apartment is the most ugliest place to film in the movie.
Yeah, we did do a lot of filming here.
Like, look how ugly that is.
It was the
I think I had him spit the actual cough syrup out.
Yeah, I remember.
It was
Well, that is what's good about this movie, because there were so many locations.
Yeah.
I mean,
Like
Yeah.
the previous one, it was all here in the apartment.
They all do stuff, so that's cool.
I mean, Losers Anonymous had like one or a couple places that we filmed off location, like that restaurant where you're with that chick, and then the retail place for Tyler's job.
Kudos to Jeremy for leaning in on Mike's nasty tub.
Jeremy, I think you're really funny here. I love your performance here over the tub, and then you just go, I just had to be sure.
Yeah, we thought that was hilarious when we wrote that.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, we found our Wolf of Wall Street drug scene.
I wanted to play with this cane to symbolize the control he has over Tyler.
I like
In
that
moment.
look on your face when.
Bless the fuck out of
When
you.
I chew! What was that, Mike?
When you look like the devil.
Oh, yeah.
Get off the ground.
I like that look too.
I like all the music for it.
Yeah. I like that too. It's really good. This always reminds me of them being on a boat.
Bitch.
Bryan was going to put like boat noises there, or maybe like water sounds or something. I actually really like this scene though. I really did want to film a scene like this for like the longest time. But I like this hand holding thing. Originally I was going to have it like in a movie theater of some sort. I think I wanted to put it into a Lamian sketch, but
It's ironic we didn't get a movie theater location until the day before the premiere.
yeah, that's kind of funny. But we never really wrote like a movie. We did have a movie theater sequence in it, but we never shot it. We did have one, but it was right by Wayne State University, but we ended up not shooting. It was part of the dating montage with Nina and Ramon.
Yep, this movie.
It's
a
a
movie.
movie, yeah.
I like the looks on their faces too at each other.
Yeah, I think that's good.
I felt bad because I told them not to kiss, but I'm pretty sure they would have been able to kiss, and then he would have like scored something.
I like that doesn't happen though.
Yeah, it's not
Let's see how
supposed
they do.
to. I didn't want Ramon to be kissing anyone.
There's Andy.
Yeah, Andy had some of the best lines in the movie. I must admit, they're pretty memorable.
Well, that's his only line.
I
so-
know, but the thing was that it stood out, so you'll remember the character
Some of the
because they
best
stood
lines.
out.
Just that one.
Yeah. Andy wanted to be in this movie. Andy was actually originally going to be the antagonist on a script that I wrote. I wrote Dating 101, which was actually different than the idea that I had because
Nobody knows
Andy.
what that is.
Dating 101 was actually the previous movie for this one. I was actually going to make it. Remember I printed up that script for you, Jeremy? We were gonna make Dating 101. It was another Tyler Moore script that like took place before this one. It's between the events of this one and the Corporal Hordes book that's out. But I ended up scrapping it because I was going to just make one more movie, and there's no way in hell that Andy was going to be the antagonist for the final roommate film. That bothered me. So I'm like, no. No, for the last movie, that would be so weak if Andy was the last bad guy in the whole series. So it had to be Bill. So.
Who are you?
What?
Fuck you, Bryan.
Wait, so
I love
would you
that
ever
look.
consider, you know...
Yeah, that was
God,
actually
Jeremy,
filmed
you're so
later.
good. Look, God, look at you. You're so good, Jeremy.
Yeah,
I
I
love
think
it.
this is my best reaction.
What were you thinking about during that
I
time?
love Shane. Don't worry, he'll fuck it up somehow.
Yeah, like this scene right here, I developed in Ohio when I first developed writer's block, and I text Bryan and said, "Oh my God, dude, you gotta hear this scene." So I was coming up with this whole scene right here, the April Morgan Ramon scene. I thought it was funny.
So much better now.
It was like back in 2015. Oh, here's April Morgan.
Christy Edwards.
Yeah, Chrissy Edwards. We
The
had a
one from
really
Australia.
hard time finding April Morgan. Oh my God, that was a nightmare. Like
We should make a movie called Finding April Morgan. It'll be a documentary.
we were shooting the movie, and we were actually trying desperately. I was asking everybody I could to play the April Morgan part.
There's where I live now,
Oh yeah.
incidentally.
Yeah, you weren't living there at the time.
Yeah, we had to drive out there. Christy Edwards filmed all her scenes in one day, so she filmed all the scenes at the apartment, then we drove all the way out here, and then we got her done. I felt really bad because I'm sure this sub was like really nasty, but for some reason I just thought that would be hilarious because it's supposed to be kind of like an imagination sequence, Tyler's own perspective of what happened between the two. See, the real guy told me this story so many times, so I figured we would film it.
Right.
Yeah, and his reaction was, "I hate you, Mike. I swear to God I hate you." Oh, I'll never forget that.
I was there for that.
Yeah.
I swear to God I do.
Yeah, Rocket's performance is good in this.
I like both their performance. Christy Edwards' performance in here is absolutely hilarious.
I totally agree.
And I like the whole Nina in the background and everything. He's fucking it up.
Yep.
I think it's good cinematography.
It
Yeah.
sure is.
Who shot it? That's probably it was you.
I think it was
I think it was
Bryan.
you. Yeah.
Yeah, we used freehand, and then I got a tripod and then a shoulder rig. So you
The shoulder
kind of-
rig was much better. Yeah, I remember. I really liked the shoulder rig.
Basic moral of the story from this film is always use a tripod. But it was a learner's movie.
Well, the shoulder rig wasn't too bad. It didn't shake.
No,
a
it's good
lot.
for particular situations.
Yeah, like panning back and forth at the hookah bar that you didn't
Mhm.
use. Yeah.
Who are you?
Oh, that was a good scene, though.
Yeah, coming up is our most miserable day. Oh God.
Yeah, I was at work.
Bryan had to
This
go
is-
to work.
This is fun fact, everybody. This is Jeremy rapping coming up.
Yeah, this reunited song, Jeremy's rapping this
Yeah.
song. We tried to get his other one asked out, but unfortunately I didn't get it.
If you can
And I-
ever get that song, Jeremy, you let me know.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, we can put it up on YouTube.
I'll get
I
it
bet
up.
you it's here in this apartment somewhere.
someday you want to like drink with me and we can look for it.
I really think it is here somewhere.
Hmm.
Just gotta find it.
Well, it's like finding a needle in a haystack, but we'll get it one of these days.
Yeah. Bryan went to work, and I was going to shoot this scene because I didn't want to film this movie for a year. So I was trying to get as many scenes done. I was like, you know what, I'll go film. This is actually a tribute to my girlfriend. And this train tracks right here was good because, like, me and Bryan came up with the Christmas Carol on these train tracks. So it'd be kind of cool to film. We used to walk these train tracks a few times. And turkeys used to hang out here, too. Like
Is that
these
when you guys
wild...
were depressed and suicidal?
Yeah,
walk
we're
over train
waiting
tracks
for
a lot?
that train to come to hit
The
us.
guy you
Yeah.
fell for is
But I really like these train tracks because it just sort of reminded me of the innocence of my youth back in Ohio. I used to walk the train tracks over there, and then here me and Bryan walking these train tracks. I was glad to have them into the movie.
You ever watch a horse blink?
Thank you for contributing so much
Yes,
to this commentary.
thank you, Brian, for being on your phone during the comment. He's not even looking, watching
I'm
the phone.
bored.
I've seen this movie enough.
I've seen this movie.
So talk about that. Talk about how much you had all the BS that's going to do with your movie.
I spent probably... I spent the whole summer editing this movie, from May all the way through literally the day before the premiere in August.
We spent the whole summer filming this movie.
And then, yeah, I was going to school
Oh
while I
god,
was
this scene. Oh, I gotta talk
Aaron
about
Toth,
this scene
shout
really
out to Aaron
quick.
Toth, Ryan DeLore.
Oh yeah, this is
Jim
brother, JT's
Cospa,
brother.
Brandon Minoyan, Noah Davis.
I did not want to shoot this scene this day. I was so pissed off. Bryan wrote this scene just for this little joke outside because Jeremy came up with it in the other hookah bar. Jeremy had that idea. So we're going to shoot that idea for that hookah bar scene. But because I filmed outside, Bryan's like, why'd you film outside, Mike? We're going to film this scene right here.
Christian Peters.
Yeah. And I'm like, really? You guys still want to shoot that? Like, yeah. So Bryan wrote this whole scene at this hookah bar, and I figured that he was going to shoot it, but no, he wrote himself into it. He's like, Mike,
It's
you
a
got to
good
shoot it.
scene. I love that.
I was
scene.
so mad. Remember, I was so mad
Yeah, I
that
was
day.
trying my best before we left. Like we were all about to leave, and Mike and I were alone in a room, and I was trying to just cheer him up and convince him that I was going to be a good film.
Yeah.
I remember being really annoyed that he was mad.
Yeah, and I told everyone not going to be any good shots, and don't expect much out of me. Blah blah
I was
blah.
like, Mike, you're going to start filming, and you're going to get into it, and then you're going to be happy, and then that's exactly what happened.
All my shots were good for some because life hates me, so it realizes I was
shot.
pissed. So it made sure all my shots were good.
There's, we're all smoking hookah. This is legal, so fuck off.
No, it's really weed in there.
I wish. Good old Shane.
I did like the background in here though, like the whole like
Yeah.
atmosphere and everything. The
Yeah.
background just looked great.
Oh, there's a great story behind what Jeremy's telling you.
Oh yeah, Iron Kidneys one was an idea that I had because like I don't know, my kidneys will never. They should be failing, but they're not. But I was told my kidneys were abnormally strong. So like my life was sucking, and then when they're not failing.
Shout out to Ryan on his phone in the background.
Yeah.
You gotta check this out.
Oh,
Shout out
yeah.
to Mike's kidneys for
Own sister-
working.
His own sister.
Yeah.
Driving down the road
And yeah, it's a real hookah bar there, by the way. And,
No, yeah, we did build that.
And it's funny because JT always wanted to work with Bryan over there, and I didn't write enough scenes for the two in the movie, I guess, because I didn't really think about that.
Yeah.
I want more scenes with Bryan. He was so happy to have a scene with Bryan.
Yeah, Gibby and I, we met in high school, and we did a little bit of acting in high school together, but when we were, you know, obviously doing a movie, I was like, I would have loved to have been in a scene with my boy.
Yeah.
Because I was happy that Austin, one of my other best friends, he is arresting me in the first thing that we ever do together. I love that. So yeah, I was happy with the scene. I thought it was funny.
Igno went on to play a cop for 15 different roles.
And I loved Shane's interaction with Bill there because the guy that's kind of how Gibby is. Shane's just an exaggerated version of Bryan in real life.
That's true.
So what Shane is saying to Bill right there is probably something Gibby said to me in junior year, and then I was shocked by it. You know, like,
Yeah, I just say fucked up shit, whatever.
he's funny.
That game right there on the top right, that's that one Smash Brothers clone that I have, and I don't know where it is.
Oh, really?
Has like Simon Belmont,
Oh, really?
with a Solid Snake in
I
it
didn't
and
know
stuff
about
like that. And yeah, it's really cool, but I don't know where the fuck it is. I gotta look for it. Actually, the apartment actually looks semi-clean there.
I guess.
Oh, he's getting ready to go to the doctor's. That's
Yeah.
my favorite line of the movie. Well, I'm getting ready to go to the doctor. Yeah,
What the
we
fuck are
can't be more on the nose
Mm.
than that, Mike. I guess I'm gonna open the door of my car, get in it, and close it.
And I'm gonna drive like 7 miles down to the doctor. I hope I don't need to get gas. I might need to get gas halfway there.
Yeah. I'm gonna be waiting in the waiting room. This is Mike's place.
Ugh. I hated the fact that we're filming at my place. Originally, we were going to film like in a house. It's going to take place in Ohio in the book, but we decided to shoot it here
Because it's a lot
Budget.
more convenient.
Yeah,
Yeah.
convenient
When your
budget.
budget is like
Live in this
your
state.
paycheck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shoestring budget. Yeah.
Yeah, it was rough.
Yeah.
Brian did a lot of. We gotta give credit to Brian. I know I keep saying it, but I mean, like, without Brian, this movie would not have been made.
Yay, Brian.
I probably dropped like 2K
It's rough.
in everything. If you include equipment, food, gas,
There's one
Mike.
game out of
Mike.
place.
that pretty much says it all.
Mike's
Well,
fat face.
It's alright.
With my VHS tapes neither.
We also submitted this film to the Ann Arbor Film Festival. So that's cool.
All them are too.
We'll see what happens with that.
I love this
Do you know
movie.
when they're supposed to make their decision?
February of 2019.
So hopefully by this time, you all listen to this commentary and we're number one.
Or in the $5 bin at Walmart.
Man, I got
Either
Hey,
way.
I'll take that.
I would take that.
Pretty good group.
It's $3.74 now. And it's this bargain right there.
And then remember a while back, Mike, we'd go to Walmart and they had those dollar movies.
Yes!
Those real bad ones.
Yeah, we did. And then I think that actually ruined our horrible movie watching. Because we used to watch really bad movies, but I think they were so bad, it killed it for us.
I like Shane. I don't know how to give a fuck.
Yeah.
I think this is the first time I interacted with Rocket.
Yeah. And you two
Yeah.
were supposed to like hate each other this scene, but yet you guys couldn't keep a straight face.
Oh yeah, we fucked up so many
I
times.
think we shot it at least 12 times or so.
It took us a lot. It was funny.
Yeah.
Shane had one line where he goes, "Whoa, guys, get a room."
You almost broke there. I saw it. This retarded piece of shit. Whatever.
I kind of
I
wish
love
that
that
scene
smile.
went on a little bit longer.
Yeah, almost, but it was good. It was
Cancer.
Yeah, I
fun. We had to
actually,
get to the cancer, Mike.
yeah, and I had a few different ideas for this one, but
Shout out to Jacob Tuttle,
Jacob
Yes.
Tuttle,
King Tut.
King
Love
Tut.
ya. Yeah, I don't know if we might have just stopped recording there. So shout out to King Tuttle.
No, I stopped it right in between.
Oh, okay.
So that way it would flow better.
Well,
We're good.
we're good now.
Everybody was kung fu fight.
Yeah, I heard that song the other day. Yeah, at this scene, I actually had a few different ideas for it. Like I was gonna have like these imagination sequences, like a woman comes up to Tyler at the bar and she ends up having the hots for him, and then
Right.
Tyler tells her that she has cancer. She's like, "Oh my god, I could have fallen for you. You're gonna die soon." And then it's like walk away, and Tyler strikes out because he's gonna die soon.
Like, that's honestly hilarious.
I like that.
Yeah, it's just too bad that I didn't
What
incorporate.
about when he dies in the hospital?
Oh yeah, I was gonna have a scene where he's dead at the hospital and Nina kisses him. She says, "That's how we say I love you in our country." And then the camera pans up and Bill's behind Nina. He's like, "This is how we say fuck you in my country." So he starts fucking her in the ass on top of Tyler. So you see the camera pan away from the room as you hearing him. And then it goes black and you hear Bill go, "Fuck you, Tyler." Remember, we're also gonna have a
I thought it was gonna be Shane who was gonna be double middle fingering Tyler.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
like,
it's
"Fuck
Shane
you,"
going,
as he's going.
"Fuck
under-
you, Tyler. Fuck you. Fuck you." As Tyler
Tyler's
faded out to his death.
There was one scene I wanted to add where, at the end, Tyler's taking Shane on a little adventure, and they go to this stadium, and they walk onto the field, and it's a huge crowd chanting, "Fuck you, Shane!"
Oh yeah,
Fuck
we were
you,
going
Shane!"
to.
We didn't have the budget for that, but
We could have gotten a lot of people together. It's just, I mean,
it's when you're chanting something without a permit in a public place, that's just a recipe for disaster.
yeah. What were you mad about in this scene, Jeremy? That's why I was.
Well, I was, because this is around the time that my dad was dying from cancer.
Uh-huh.
So I was just picturing when they told him about, like, there was nothing they could do because he was at stage 4 brain cancer.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so you're kind of channeling what they said to your dad?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That works out better then.
You lost.
Yes, that actually is a classic line right there. Face it, Ramon, you lost.
Reminds me of Devon's performance.
Christy
in
Edwards was a trooper
Rouge
too.
Anonymous.
Oh, I'm sorry, but yeah.
What? Oh, yeah, kinda. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
What do you mean? You have
No.
cancer.
If you gotta go, you gotta go.
No?
Yeah.
Classic line.
If you gotta go, you gotta go.
It's Tyler's way of saying, oh well, time for me to go, I don't care anymore.
We're fucking in Tyler's bed right now. Oh, just shut up.
We're all
Poor
just having
Ramon.
fun.
Yes.
Yeah, we actually had a lot of fun making this movie.
This movie's almost over.
I hope so.
Yeah, that's the worst movie.
I don't know. I'm too self-critical of it considering I put it all together.
If anybody's made it to the commentary, like this deep in commentary, I can't believe you get a life.
I'm pretty sure people stopped watching the commentary by now. They're like,
Yeah.
man, these guys are fucking boring.
Well,
Oh, this scene right
I
here.
don't think anybody started watching it because it's audio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This scene right here.
I love this one.
Yeah. Brian actually
That's
really
great.
wanted this scene right here because he had these broken headphones. So he had the idea of like Tyler cutting them, but he had a hard time figuring out what scene to put it on, so he put it onto this scene. It wasn't on the script, it was a Brian idea.
Where's Bill at?
It's just a good visual, cutting someone's headphones off. It's a
Yeah.
dick thing to do.
Yeah, it put some action into the scene. So
Yeah.
I like how you like put
I like Shane looks like a little preppy faggot.
Yeah. Well, the thing is about Shane, Brian told me what kind of hairstyle he should have
Your
before we
your
start
comedic
filming.
timing and delivery is so good.
Oh.
God, it's so funny.
And then I told Brian, well, why don't you wear your faggoty blonde haircut that you had? I think that's really douchey for the Shane character. So that's what we went with.
Look at that beautiful.
That was all improv, and I was alone in the shower.
Yeah. This was actually a one take. We actually did this, like,
I'm
I
sure you
thought
can
it's-
tell.
yeah, it was great this first time. I actually really like this, too. That's
Yep.
really good.
I think that's my laptop.
Beautiful transition.
What Bill didn't know, I had a
Beautiful.
security camera.
I think I like the way we scored the film. This is like the Vader scene, if there's ever a Vader scene in
Vader
Vader
scene? I
know,
never thought of it
You ever
being a
see
Vader.
Vader
Yeah, I
just
know what
looking
you're
out
talking
into
about.
space?
Yeah, it's from Empire.
It kind of reminds me of
Yeah,
Vader.
I've always thought that too, Brian.
And it kind of puts Tyler on the cusp of being a villain because he's such an asshole.
That's the thing. The characters in this movie are
No, that's what's
assholes.
brilliant. Is he's an asshole here, but Bill's nice, but you know, the roles
Bill's
are-
really an asshole.
Yeah,
Yeah, even Ramon's an asshole in this movie. He wasn't really supposed to be. but-
everyone's an asshole except for Nina.
Yeah, everyone's an asshole in this movie except for Nina.
She's really the only one who doesn't do anything dickish to Tyler.
She incidentally screws Tyler over though by pretty much forcing him to give money to Bill because she
That's
feels
not
bad
her
for
fault. It's
Bill.
Bill's fault. Bill's the one who did it.
Yeah, he manipulated her, I guess.
Right, you can't blame
Yeah.
her for. She didn't know he was going to do that with money.
Yeah, Bill thought she was nice.
It's a
enough to give
subplot that like was accidentally put into the film.
Shh, don't say that. Act like we're smart.
Oh yeah, that was totally on purpose.
him.
Get shots of her making mistakes visually.
I actually really like this whole scene though. I love the performance. I like your performance here, Jeremy. My God, like you just seem like a guy that's like fed up with this dude. and
You've got a
just
plan.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
the guy with a plan. Yep.
What would you say is your favorite day of filming out of all of them? Like the biggest,
I
best
think
experience.
my best scene in it is the DVD scene.
Oh yes.
DVD argument coming up.
Mhm.
Yeah, you really unloaded on us.
And that's what I was saying earlier. Whatever we film before it starts, I always look and say, what can I add to it? And then worst case, if it don't work, we just don't use it.
Yeah. I always liked writing argument scenes, like the Bill and Nicole argument scene in the beginning. I enjoyed writing it. I just kept writing it and just kept tweaking it because I just had so much fun with it. And,
It's a movie.
yeah. And I really,
Oh my god, first off, this popcorn is way expired.
yeah, it was stale popcorn.
Oh my god, I ate all of it and it tasted terrible.
You're
but,
so funny.
I'm
in this
surprised it even popped in the microwave.
Yeah, no.
oh my god.
Shane's so good in this scene because with all the tension and everything, he's always the one to break it and make you understand that it's still a comedy.
Yeah.
With his little subtle popcorn eating.
Yeah, just the looks that he gives.
I love it. Yeah, and then at the end,
He's like the chillest person in the room. He doesn't give a fuck.
yeah, he doesn't give a fuck. That's why he's the best.
Just watch the damn movie.
I love the shadow on her face. That's just beautiful.
That was
really good.
by accident.
I like that one.
Yeah. The lighting for the scene is actually atrocious. We just somehow make it work.
Well, it was supposed to be like a cave.
There's my fucking.
Wasn't that your idea, JT?
That was my idea. You shot that though.
Yeah,
You did a good job. I love that.
I like that too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's so funny.
That's your cut?
I actually like this shot right here too,
Yeah.
because it shows her and it's everybody there in the
I
background.
love that one.
Yeah. This was the scene that Kylie was initially supposed to be in.
Yeah, she
And
was
he's-
supposed to be sitting next to
And he's
Bill.
responding to her question too, so I do like it.
Yeah, I felt sorry for Bill because he had to face all of them by himself with
No,
like
don't feel sorry.
and with a Stephanie there, it would have helped the character more.
I mean, Kylie?
Or whatever the hell. Whatever. Their character was supposed to be named like Stephanie or something like that.
Yeah, I don't think so, but...
Or no,
as you were saying-
Samantha. Her name was Samantha.
Oh, that's right. Oh, I love this.
This was all improv by Jeremy.
Oh yeah, Jeremy.
I did not know he was going to throw DVDs at me.
Yeah, it was beyond what was on the script.
We ended up using the first take that surprised all of us when he's yelling.
Yeah. So I remember everyone was going, "Whoa!"
Yeah, some people have genuine, shocking reactions to Jeremy.
See, your head wasn't cut off.
Yeah.
At the theater, his head was cut off there, and you couldn't even see his face.
So bad.
I was like, "Oh no!"
I was upset that some of the credits and the opening credits got cut off. That's what I was really upset about.
Yeah.
Some people didn't get credit.
Couldn't really guess how they would crop it out.
I don't know why they would crap any of it out.
Yeah, I don't know.
Crop or crap? I don't know why, but like the lines in this scene is pretty memorable. Sometimes I even remember.
That's because you wrote them.
No, after a while, you sort of forget that. Like after
Yeah,
a while,
I
you'll
agree.
forget that you even made this movie.
I
It's gonna
hope so.
take a while, but you'll end up being watching this, and then you'll forget.
Because
that
I'm
you
still not
made it.
excited to be watching this yet. I'm still like tired of it.
Oh, we can't tell.
Yeah, Brian's over there like, oh,
No.
get
Brian.
this over with. Oh.
See, I'm most curious about your opinion, Brian, because you really did. You were the backbone of this movie. So I am really curious about all of your,
I think the story and the plot and the characters are all great. The only thing that like keeps me from really enjoying it is knowing that I could shoot everything so much better now.
Sure.
Because I've learned so much about filmmaking since we shot this.
Yeah, I'll
Well,
totally agree with that.
But everyone's got to have a first film. So, I mean, I think ours turned out pretty good for
That's a great
a
shot.
first production.
what about Kindness for Weakness 2? You should be able to make it better.
Oh, yeah, that's definitely next. Thanks, Mike.
Did he hit you really hard there, JT?
Whatever it was small, so it didn't hurt.
Oh yeah, it was the pill bottle.
Good
yeah,
shot,
yeah,
though.
it was a pill bottle. You hit me right. It was perfect, Jeremy. You did so good in that scene.
Yeah, this change thing was shot later.
Yep.
This was actually shot later. An insert.
Magic of movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, this kind of made a mess on the floor.
I'm glad I caught some.
I actually wanted to have an action sequence somewhere in the middle of this movie, but I couldn't think of any reason why Tyler would.
We did. We had a fight scene, Mike.
Right.
Yeah. Do you remember the end of?
In the end of the movie, the climax.
I know that, but I'm talking about before the climax, so
Why?
that there wouldn't be
Another fight?
You don't want
Yeah.
them to fight. You don't want them to fight before the climax.
No,
Tyler,
it was supposed to an
there's
action
nothing
sequence.
supernatural about these characters.
Yeah.
The
No,
fight
I was,
itself was just like the most you could do with humans.
Right.
You know.
yeah, but I wanted to have some kind of like action sequence like in the middle of the movie, not like a fight sequence.
What
but
would
just
it be?
some sort of, I couldn't think of anything.
Well,
so I never
this
wrote
is
it.
this is the idea you came up with after the fact. It was a scene that had Andy in it. So Tyler's car gets stolen.
Oh yes!
Do you want to
Yes!
elaborate a little more?
That would have been great. Oh, I forgot about that. It was a story that I heard where someone's car gets stolen, like some girl's car, like Nita's probably, and like Nita's car gets stolen. So Tyler takes Andy out to go get her car back, and like they drove around and then they find it at this house. So they sends Andy out there to go steal the car, and Andy's like this big pussy.
Yeah.
And so he's like freaking out. It's like, Andy, get over there to the car, you know? Go
just get your ass over there and drive it away, okay? Just speed on out of there,
Right.
you know? And then, like, there would be, like, maybe a chase sequence or something like that after that. But it was based on, like, a real story.
I think that would be funny with Andy's character.
Yeah. There would have been either Andy or Ramon.
Well, it could be, but every time his other scenes were funny, but he kept fucking up.
Yeah. I actually wished I wrote Andy's character a little bit better. Because I had started
I
having
do too.
different
Wish that you wrote
ideas.
his character better.
Yeah.
So I started having
I
different
did too.
ideas after a while, and I should have done that. Where he becomes like a ladies' man, and somehow he just gets all these hot women. And
Just
nobody knows
somehow,
how.
it's not explained.
No, it's
Nobody
not
cares.
explained
It
at
doesn't
all.
Well, the original ending credits of the movie, it was supposed to have a
Andy.
side-by-side of Andy dancing with a bunch of women
Yeah,
to that one song,
Heatwave.
Heatwave. That's the name of the artist.
I don't know.
Groove Line or
Groove Line,
Heatwave.
okay.
But we were trying to get the rights to it, and they said no. That's the showbiz, motherfuckers.
Yeah, if we didn't get
Were
that
they
song.
trying to make you pay for it, or they just said
Well,
straight up?
I had to fill out a thing and on it would say how much money I'd be willing to drop on it. I think I put like $50, and I think they looked at it. They probably wanted more, so they just said they respectfully declined.
Last weekend, fun fact, I slept in that Jeep and then I scrapped it the next day. So, I don't have that Jeep anymore.
It's fun how things work out.
What went wrong with it?
The freaking wheel fell off the coaxle. Like it just fell. It just completely was off. It was off of my Jeep.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
And I had to sleep in. It actually happened in that parking lot, that very same parking lot. I had to sleep in my Jeep because Mike wouldn't answer the door when I was knocking on the door. Because he's a big pussy.
Yeah.
So thanks a lot, Mike. I had to sleep in the cold. It was so cold. I was working. Yeah. Anyway.
And every other day was.
I thought it
warm.
was funny though. We should totally put that in kindness for Weakness 5.
Oh yeah, no, I've already written it.
Not 4, but 5.
5. There's Shane again.
Here's another hookah bar.
Clouds. We actually went here all the time to write this movie.
Yeah, this is where we actually did write the movie at, right at this.
This is one of the few scenes where I actually like my character.
Oh wow. But you were so nervous about when we were shooting this day because you had to say those lines. And there was
Oh
people
my
there.
god, I had to say all those,
Stupid Bryan lines.
they were, dealing with sexuality of the character.
Yeah.
It was awkward to say it in front of all those strangers.
Well, you wrote the scene.
Yeah, I wrote it, so I can't really complain.
I like that background there.
I love.
You shot
the
this,
background.
I know.
That
Stop
long
acting like what, Nina?
hallway.
I'll get around to it, okay?
Yeah.
Maybe I'll tell them tonight.
But Bryan was mad because I shot outside there because they couldn't film their Peter Puffer scene.
I think that you should give Bill that.
Let's see some idea,
I'm
Peter
sorry,
Puffer.
what?
He needs your help. Everyone deserves a second chance.
I like the fact that we even got like their store hours and their phone number there. So that was cool. That's a good shot, God.
Yeah, that's the shot that I like.
I think there is a pretty good flow in the editing. Not to toot my own horn,
Oh,
but
dude,
Wasn't that like 20
It's
years
good.
ago?
It's really good.
I think it flows pretty well.
There's
There's a lot of good points to be happy with.
Swindle me out of the money.
Who would you for me?
Nina, don't put me in that
My
position.
favorite part of the
please.
movie when I saw it in the premiere was when it was over.
Nina, I know exactly what
Yeah, mine too. It was hard for me to
This is
sit through the
exactly what's
premiere,
gonna happen, Nina.
but
You're gonna come on
Really?
to
Why was it hard for you to sit through
I don't know. It was it's so weird showing 50, 60 some people the thing you've been working on for 2 years, especially when I'm the one who structured the whole thing.
Were you embarrassed sitting there throughout the
He
entire
was just
movie?
bored. That's all it was. He was just bored.
I was.
He didn't want to see the movie again.
I was pretty bored of it at that point.
He just didn't want to be there.
Yeah.
Nina, wait.
Luckily
Chase
though,
after that car.
we got a good reaction from the crowd.
Yeah, it was successful. Hopefully, got him.
Got him.
If
Well,
you're
we'll
listening-
kn-
and if you're listening to this commentary, got ya.
yeah, gotcha. We'll know exactly how good the film is when we have the premiere of Minimum Wage Christmas.
Oh right.
We'll see how many people are willing to go to see that,
Yep.
as opposed to Kindness for Weakness.
I'm gonna give
I
But I
hope,
mean-
I hope it's a larger turnout because it'll be a family movie.
Yeah, so it will be more family oriented. So I guess we'll just have to wait and see.
Your old work.
Yep, that's where I used to stand, where that woman was sitting. I used to work the night shift there. I was the only employee. Some weird drug addicts there all the time.
Yeah, didn't you write? Have you written anything that we've seen, like at this hotel?
No.
No.
I don't think that much happened. Like when I was training, there was a day where this guy was on some type of drugs and he came down the stairs in just a bathrobe and he almost fell. And so
Oh.
my trainer had to go help him to his room. He was on some type of drugs.
All the type of drugs.
All the type of drugs. This
like
was good
it.
for the trailer.
He's drinking.
Jeremy likes to do.
Well, that flask was my idea.
I got that flask from my kitchen at my dad's.
Well, that's the same flask that Bill used in an earlier scene. Or was it
Possibly.
More than likely.
But the reason why we had Jeremy drink right there is because Jeremy was actually a raging alcoholic throughout the entire film. So we wanted to kind of throw it in there, some realism. Right, Jeremy?
I ended up drinking for real that day too.
Yeah,
when
you
we got
did.
done.
Yeah, you did actually.
Yeah, I loved that.
Did you
I
stay
loved
at the
my-
hotel all night?
Yeah.
Shout
Oh,
out to
wow.
Old English D's.
See, it wasn't a waste of money,
Yeah.
Brian. I love your reaction there, JT.
Thanks.
Like, what do you want?
Like, what the fuck you want?
Fuck you. Psh.
I had to change a
I
heart.
think this is a good exchange. You guys
I
really
like
get
this.
into character here.
Yeah, well, I love our chemistry in the scene.
So it was fun shooting these outside the door because there was a lot of activity in the rooms around us.
Yeah.
So people kept walking past us, having to wait, restart the scene, etc. It took a while, but we finished it because
And there
that's
was
who we
one
are.
mom who kept walking past and looking at me. You know who you are.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
She knows who she is.
I mean, we had the hotel for
She's
the
like,
night.
so what you gotta do? I'm making a movie? And you're like, yeah.
Yeah.
No, we're making a porno.
Get the fuck out.
That's what she thought.
Nah.
It looked like it, I guess.
It did. I was just in a towel.
Yeah, I should have Cassandra come out
Jeremy's
with a
in
towel
giant
over.
trench coat.
Here's an angle there that I like.
That's the one.
I don't know why.
That's in a
but
Panera bag.
this hallway always reminded me of The Shining.
Oh, there you go,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. You can kind of take a lot of references from other movies for this, I guess.
It's all there.
I like that English D on his arm.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Shout out.
We just kind of drew it on him.
Yeah, it wasn't even my real tattoo. It just.
I'm just kidding.
Hell,
Oh.
I never want to see you again, Bill.
I would consider this a real Michigan film.
Don't
Oh,
be
yeah.
a scumbag, alright?
We do get a lot of the sights.
And
You're
then,
just sorry you got caught, bitch.
Love it. I love that smile right when Bill says, "Oh, and Tyler," he go, "I love your reactions. I love your acting with your facial expressions, Jeremy, throughout the movie."
Oh, one thing I forgot to mention, when Tyler gets directions to come up
Dave
to that
Dork,
hotel,
shout out Dave Dork.
they don't actually
Yes.
like say what the room number is.
Dave Dork is
Oh,
like
really?
my
Oh, I didn't catch that.
Dave Dork is actually my Bruce Campbell in these movies. I told him that he will, any film that I make, I'll have him at least have a cameo in it. And then he reminded me in this movie that I said that because I wrote it on Facebook to him. Like, yes, I know I'll have a role for you. Originally, he was going to play some guy on that scene where Bill catches
Luna.
his wife.
He does play some
Yeah.
good.
I know, but he was going to
Jizz
play
Koozie.
Justin's part on that scene with you and Nicole.
Anytime me and Mike would drive past this particular motel, it would say they have a jacuzzi there, and I would always pronounce it Gibbs Koozie, and that's kind of the story of how that got put in the film.
Yeah.
JT was against it, but we eventually coaxed him into it.
I did not want to say Jizz Koozie. But
It was funny.
It was indicative of his
Yeah,
character. That's
yeah.
something he would say.
Yeah.
He's not
I
very
caved
smart.
in.
I actually kind of considered even deleted the scene just to shorten the movie. But
We could have. It's not like it was very important.
Yeah, we could have.
But it's another scene where another character, who, discovers he's an asshole, and it kind of just shows that he's disrespectful to everybody he meets.
Yeah, actually, I like it because then it gives Tyler time to walk outside and
Yeah.
get the car, you know.
Yeah.
So
Potty stall, please. And then I just kind of found a good little montage here. They didn't drive very far, but it definitely made it look like it.
I love this montage, Brian.
Thank you.
I love it. Every time I see it, I'm like, wow, that's like a real movie.
This song is by my friend John.
It was wonderful.
John.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, and this right here, this was on that miserable day. We actually passed this part, but I used to sit under this bridge and watch the traffic. I figured, let's go shoot here.
What was your reason for putting this scene in the movie, man?
Just for Tower reflecting and
Okay,
just sort of,
that's what it looks like.
I thought it went well with the montage. That's the only reason I used it.
yeah.
This scene was probably one of my most disappointing scenes. We didn't really get any extras.
Yeah, 'cause I'm in it. But,
And I couldn't pitch very well, so it took us forever to shoot it because I kept throwing garbage. Fucking garbage. And then also when it came to the camera work, the lighting was very low, so in post I had to kind of raise it so you could see everything. So it was kind of tough, all in all. I spent some money on uniforms and shit, but I guess it still works. I think Ignis said this was his least favorite scene of the movie.
Yeah.
I actually kind of like this scene. What I like about this scene and like the water park and the mini golf, at least Tyler's taking them out somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're actually going out having fun during the summer
I think,
somewhere.
but just imagine if this scene wasn't in the film and then it goes straight to them at the eating dinner and he tells them about the cancer. I think that would have had a good flow to it. Like leaving straight from the hotel and then all of a sudden it's like, you know, chapter whatever, and then them eating dinner.
Yeah, you're right.
But to me, one of the funniest scenes. I don't know why I think it's so funny, but when I put that hot dog through the fence.
Yeah. It's
I don't know why I think it's.
That was an homage to Dave as a bitch.
Nobody knows what that is, Mike.
That's okay. You don't need to. Little video that we did. That's all you need to know.
The whole compilation of that, by the way, Jeremy, is on the Arcadia Films YouTube page. Dave is a bitch. The whole thing. So, in case you ever want to watch it, you dominating another man.
Yeah, it's good editing.
Thank you. This did take a while for me to get together.
I actually really like.
I also
how
like
this
that
is
in this
filmed.
scene you have Amanda and Tyler kind of just being together for a change. It gives them a chance to interact for a bit.
Instead of Tyler and Shane.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah, because you gotta give Amanda some
So
character.
this original scene was supposed to be Ramon up against a team of very heavy females. And he was the only reason he was going to be on this charity game was to get women, and it was a bunch of very unattractive women, and they kicked his ass in this game pretty much.
Yeah, he was supposed to be wheeled to the hospital at the end of it, but that was a challenge.
That was just then the real Ramon, Damien.
Aaron
Aaron is the coach.
We just couldn't really find a team of fat women. That was actually Darius's idea. Oh, here's the hot dog. And there was a bee on it too.
Yep.
Sometimes you just get lucky.
Yeah.
That's what we had to add that effect.
Yeah, I wonder if that hot dog's still there.
Shane up to bat, shirt not tucked in.
Well, it was probably a year and a half ago, so I don't think that hot dog's still there.
I was kidding, JT. Fuck you.
Oh, I'm not good at that.
No.
Distinguishing.
I do have to thank Becky for supplying some equipment and helping us film the scene.
Yeah, she played
If we had any less actors or actresses for the scene, we might have had to just scrap it that day. But enough people came to help, so.
Yeah, we actually had fun that day too.
I remember being very on edge from being disappointed about the turnout.
What's the score of the game again?
And the camera.
Oh, 7-0, the other team.
Yeah, the scene was going to come off differently with Ramon getting injured at the end and Andy getting it on with some fat woman in
Oh yeah, that was also a subplot of that scene.
a porta potty.
I think this is one of your better scenes, Shane. I think it's really funny. I love your interaction with Amanda.
I think he looks cool.
Yes, I can, sir.
They all kind of dress the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I never noticed that before.
Pink, pink, purple, purple.
Wow. I have never noticed that. Wow.
Jackass.
Yeah, I wonder if we purposely put them there because of the jackass.
I think when I saw it, I did it on purpose.
Okay.
I don't think that was initially the
I
plan.
never noticed that before.
Yeah, Tyler has a jackass right by him. Like saying, this guy's a jackass.
Yeah.
Glad
That's
he's gonna
pretty
die.
funny, actually.
Yeah. How was your food, Brian?
Oh, it was good. I think I was really trying to finish that before we left. We finished the scene, everyone was going to leave. I'm like, I want to eat this.
This day, we filmed a lot of scenes this day.
That was I think that was a 12-hour day.
It was. We filmed the Heritage Park that day. Because I think we filmed Heritage Park right after we shot this. And then we had to come back home and we filmed some apartment scenes. And I was really tired by then. I think Jeremy was too.
Just for the record, we always eat real food in food scenes.
Right.
We are not about fake shit.
Weren't you worn out by the end of that day too, Jeremy?
It was a long day.
Yeah. Oh God. I was really out of it and I had no energy. And I hated Shane. Because every time Shane was on screen,
You had to shoot it.
Film it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it worked out well.
Yep. So, Mike, you didn't like doing any camera work. You didn't like being in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
So you just didn't want this movie to be made.
What can you say you liked about
what did you like about doing Kindness for Weakness?
Watching it.
Oh, that's very helpful, Mike. Thank you.
All right. Good commentary.
Thank you.
Jeremy.
Well, the bright side of everything is that bookcase is up now.
Oh, yeah, you're real funny too, Jeremy. I remember getting into like loud arguments with Mike about finishing that bookcase.
Yeah.
Now it doesn't matter. I only spent $50 on it for him to help him out, but fuck him. Oh well.
What's your favorite scene in this movie, Brian? What's your favorite aspect?
It's probably the Kyle Sutton.
What's your favorite aspect about this, like, filming this movie? Like, what was?
Oh. That's tough.
Wow.
I think it's just fun when you've got a group of people dedicated that want to get a goal done.
That's the bookshelf.
Shoot a scene, and it's fun when everyone is involved with it, and it's not just one person trying to set everything up and do it. This scene was tough because the audio didn't record the first time around, so we had to come back and re-record some of the shots and ADR the audio. I think it turned out pretty good for that.
Yeah. And I am I never played tennis my entire life, so I was god awful.
Hold on one second.
Go ahead. That was a really hot day too, I remember.
Yeah. Originally, because we're gonna have Matt and Tyler and Losers Anonymous play tennis, but ended up doing basketball instead. So we used the tennis for this film. So it was actually an homage to Losers Anonymous, because that was the only summer they didn't put the net up. Like, our luck was pretty bad. Doghouse. Every time I see Doghouse, I think Breaking Bad.
This is one of my favorite Tyler Shane scenes. How much does Tyler suck? A lot of dick. It really kind of shows off my tattoos too, not to be so into myself, but
That's a good one. I like it.
No, seriously, that's the password.
I know, you look so cute and innocent in this
You
one
do.
too, with your green
You look
shirt.
like you look like PewDiePie or something.
I look like I'm 15.
Yeah. You look really young here. I'm sure 10 years down the road, you look at this like, man, I look really young. And you're looking like your dad.
Hey Mike, you know who should really shut the fuck up?
Oh, here's the Mansfield prison.
Yep, in
Yeah.
Ohio.
I like that shot right there too. It was supposed to be like a mental ward, but we got permission to shoot at the Mansfield prison. And this is where they shot Shawshank Redemption.
Yeah.
So it was kind of neat. We shot like everywhere they shot Shawshank. That was kind of cool.
Oh, there's my car.
Yeah, this idea, I think me and Bryan
We came up with at the water park.
Either was it the water park or
Yep.
the hookah bar, one of the two.
Something like that.
Yeah, and Bryan like sometimes would purposely park too close to some cars so I can edge out of there. So we had this idea where Shane parks too close to the cars, and Bryan, like, Shane has all this room and Tyler has like none. He could have parked far away from it so he can get out, but he's a dick.
Shout out to Cassandra for letting us park next to her car like that and taking the risk.
Yeah.
It wasn't just any car we were potentially hitting.
Oh, this movie's almost over.
Oh, there's that scary little... Oh, there's Becky, the greatest performance of the film.
I love this scene.
Oh,
This is one of my
God,
favorite scenes. This is what I.
This is where I
You're
look like
funny,
so
Mike.
freaking fat.
You're so funny. Your reactions, look at you.
That's so good.
That's so funny.
The one thing I did take out about this scene to make it a little lighter on the comedy was that at one point Ramon goes, "I'm getting raped," and I was like, I don't need it to be that dark. Like, you know, Becky made it sound like to my family that it was like a brutal rape scene or something.
Oh my god.
Really, it's just, you know, and it's supposed to be like a very gross woman trying to.
Yeah.
It was based on a true story. Actually, this whole thing was actually based on that Aaron told me.
Mark actually had a story like that. Mark, the guy I knew, he almost got raped by a fat woman in a bathroom.
I hate when that happens. Oh, there's my favorite.
Even Amanda broke it.
Yeah.
Or fucking Angelica. It was so funny.
Yeah, that was actually my shot right there. We did it
I
first
like that
try.
shot.
First try, too. Yeah, that was cool.
Brilliant.
We ADR'd this audio.
I wish we.
Shane looks so cute.
This is the dumbest part of the whole movie. Your line right here, but I think it's so funny.
I don't think this will work either. Just kidding.
Yeah, just there's no point to just start the commentary, but you just do that. I think it's funny. Or not the commentary. Start the video, but you just want to fuck with them. This is a lot of fun.
Yeah, we had this pretty late.
I had so much fun doing this.
Sped it up a little bit.
I think
it's
it's
so funny.
last scene that you shot for the movie, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
We shot, yeah.
This was like a couple weeks before the premiere.
Yeah. And I actually really laughed. Even at the premiere, I laughed at the scene.
Because everyone knows where this is at. You know,
Right.
so. Just disrespecting his home like that, smoking there.
I love that he would have gotten away with it if he didn't smoke his cigarette.
I like you to take that quick pop before.
Yeah. I had a lot of fun with this.
Yeah, that was really funny.
I like that the way I sped it up kind of made it even funnier.
Yes,
in a
definitely.
way.
You guys couldn't wait to show me that too, and you showed that DuckTales.
Mm-hmm.
Right. That was all for you. That was for
I
Mike.
love that hat, I'm sorry. That's an awesome hat.
You don't have any money, so I'd have to pay for it.
This is right outside my house again.
Yeah, another DuckTales thing, that DVD that I held up and smiled, as Mike said, was a
Yeah,
DuckTales the game.
inspiration for the film. Yeah. I'm glad that Nicole has another scene in the film. And she's interacting with Tyler. I thought
Yes.
That's kind of cool.
A little bit closer to her character.
No,
Yeah.
ma'am, I'm a famous writer.
That was from Blues Brothers.
Except she does say, you have a plan to get my kids back, and we never really
Toilet touch,
do that.
hostile world.
What was that?
She, like, her last line is, so you have a plan to get my kids back? And then, like, that's it. We never really...
Yeah, it cuts to them making the plan.
But we never get his kid. He never gets the kids back. She never...
Oh,
never anything
yeah.
with the kids, ever.
Yeah. That's okay, though. Because the story's not really about him anymore.
No, I like that, because this whole movie is Tyler telling his story.
So it's only from what he knows.
Right.
Yeah, okay, you're
That's
right.
why I like it.
That is cool.
No, Nina, I want you to stay home.
That's how I explained all the stuff that we fucked up.
No, you don't have anything to do with your
That's a good way to do it.
Well, we had a hard time getting the kids back. I remember we'd had trouble because we wanted to shoot more with the kids, but
They
for
were
some
always
reason-
busy doing something.
Yeah.
Well, they kept complaining about some big hairy guy molesting them. But
Mm.
And yeah, kids are really hard to shoot too. So
that was
Zach
a
and
joke,
Emily
that was a
did
joke,
pretty
everybody.
Yeah, that was a joke. Don't get offended. Shut the fuck up. I don't care if you're offended.
The revenge.
Yeah.
Yes, I love this scene.
That rip
see, I
off
thought
of,
all this stuff wasn't gonna make it to the final film.
It kind of like geniusly does.
Your smile. We gotta point that out. As you're beating him.
That hurt for real, too.
I was trying my hardest not to make it, but I had to make it realistic,
Uh,
not to make it hurt.
that was fun. All we should have done is put something underneath his shirt to protect him.
Yeah, it was about to
They
rain
should've,
though.
Went full out. Oh, I see.
Yeah, like it was raining. We had to run back into the apartment.
Well,
Oh,
I
that's
guess
right, it
On the
did,
good
yeah.
side now, it was more realistic getting hit for real.
Yeah.
That's how you get a leg up on the competition.
And we had to shoot in here because it was raining outside.
I love my outfit in this scene.
That's a good. I love that
That's
shot.
the only reason I kept it.
I love that shot so much. Him swinging across.
10 seconds to
I think it's a good montage.
I love this montage.
Brian didn't use the one when he was swearing and those little kids were around.
Oh
The
no,
kid-
that was embarrassing. Yeah, this we're at the park trying to do this.
Okay,
You know.
I gotta ask, why are you wearing one shoe in this scene?
That's a good question.
You're wearing one shoe.
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
I heard so many people in the theater.
Oh, I think because remember we were trying to walk to it, and we had to go through where that creek was,
Uh-huh.
and then it was all muddy. So your one shoe got like covered in mud.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I just chalk it up to Shane's a weird dude.
That's funny. Yeah, I saw it. I was like, why is he wearing one shoe? I like that.
Shane, I'm gonna have you stay
Yeah,
right over
even the character.
Oh, you guys should have played that. You guys should have had him. All right, Tyler, now clean my boot.
Amanda,
Yeah.
I'm gonna have you stay
Even the actor that plays Shane's weird.
You and Ramon right here are great. I always love you guys interacting together.
Yes.
You guys right here are really perfect.
I just love it. It's a great flow.
Yes.
I love this scene right here, though. Everything, the dialogue, the performances,
Mhm.
everything's
His
great in this
shirt.
scene.
Cinematography, the lighting, the acting.
Yeah, it's a beautiful
Editing.
location, too. That's right outside the apartments.
So Shane,
This is where we had our audition, like our rehearsal for the fight scene at.
Mm-hmm. I remember doing this early in the morning before heading out to some shoot.
And that's Castlevania, by the way, that he's circling. That's a map for Castlevania, the first game. I like that whatever on his shirt, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, one thing about this film that we never thought about too much about was the costumes. We kind of just let them wear whatever they wanted. Luckily, it kind of worked out.
Oh, here's
Some
Castle
costume
Farms.
wears, but
Yeah,
that's what happens.
shit happens.
I got this idea from there was a wrestler named John
Morrison.
Or John Morrison. He was John Morrison. He was Johnny Nitro. And then his thing was like he was the guru of sexy or something like that. And he would come out with this long, flashy fur coat and then these pants. That's kind of who I got inspired from. I don't look anything like him.
I forgot about that. That's cool. I've never thought about that.
Yeah.
For his version of his character here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was my reason for wanting to wear that fur coat. And then the chain.
You still have it, right?
Chain. Oh yeah, for sure.
Cool.
I bought that thing.
We gotta put a way to get that into another one.
Oh, of course. I want like a female character to wear it and be like a fancy female.
Yeah, I can already
big
visualize
fat
it.
lady.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then
A
put
castle.
like a fox scarf around her neck.
What did the fox say? Ring ding 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 ding. No, anyway.
Yeah, me and
Hey,
Bryan
Pig.
had to scout a lot of the
Explain,
location at the castle. We'd never been there before, so we had to scout a lot and ended up running out of time.
Yeah, we went because this place we were shooting at was 4 hours from where we were. So when we got there, we just kind of had to scout real quick and then try to get the lines down and try to shoot it all. I think we
And
shot
rehearse
from
the
like
fight.
until closing time.
Yeah.
I not just because we glossed over it when he explains what pig means. To me, it's one of my favorite jokes because he does call him pig throughout the movie. When he finally explains what it is, Tyler has no response for him.
Pretty intelligent guy.
This was ADR as well.
Yeah.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Yep.
It was pretty windy.
I've learned a lot about audio recording from this movie, and it's a good skill to take with me.
God, so
It is a
Yeah,
beautiful
it
place.
is.
that.
Because when we first got there in the morning, it was overcast. We thought it was going to rain all day. Luckily, it became really nice outside by the time we made it to the roof.
looks like a movie.
It does.
Jeremy, which roommate film you think had like
Cameron
the
Crusoe
best fight
has
scene?
his copy.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
There you go.
I wonder how he's
The
going to like it.
Swords fight in Losers Anonymous was pretty good, I think.
Okay.
I always like that shot. I just imagine fireworks going on behind him.
It's just too bad we ran out of time here and didn't have the fight scene here because they had that chessboard.
Yes.
And that would
Oh,
have been really good.
And we wanted to shoot there.
that chessboard that you see right in the beginning of the scene. Yeah, we wanted.
But everyone
the
was
final fight
tired,
scene
and
there.
I accidentally drank Flint water, so I got really sick.
If I could go back in time,
That's
I would
right, you
have.
did.
I would have had JT and Jeremy stand on the thing and just get shots of their legs with the chessboard on the in the shot,
right.
and they would have never known that it was.
Well, we
recorded
did
off
film
of-
around trees,
Mhm.
but
Yeah,
I see what you were going. What you getting at?
I could have. We could have finessed something,
Yes.
but time is a factor. I love these punches.
Oh yeah.
I made them sound pretty real.
I love the sound effects. I think they're hilarious.
Get the fuck out of my luxurious living space.
Yeah. You guys like that
Where's my
line?
games at, Bill? Your kids enjoying playing them too? It don't matter if my kids are enjoying them. Get the fuck out of my luxurious living space.
I love that it cuts off his music, his comeback music. Ramone's here. Nope.
This one's mine.
This was a lot of fun for me. I love being an asshole in this movie. I'm actually, believe it or not, I know I kind of seem like an asshole. I'm really a nice guy. I really am a nice guy, but it was a lot of fun playing a jerk character. Although these guys can testify, a lot of times after shoots, I'd be like, after I hear Bryan say cut, I'd be like, oh god, this guy's such an asshole.
I like writing asshole characters myself.
Yeah, I've
It was
noticed.
fun.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm making commentary, Bryan, that you already heard before that no one else had.
You better be sorry.
This we almost knocked over the table here. Not that one.
Oops. Yeah, because it was getting close to closing time here, and there's a bunch of employees that can hear what we're doing here.
That one.
So it was kind of awkward.
They were
Wasn't awkward.
actually really accommodating because they could have
King's
thrown
Hall.
us out of there.
That got
with
cut
all
off in the
that.
premiere. That was so bad.
Yeah.
It got awkward towards the end here when
Yeah.
you're screaming, and we're like, ah.
Oh, here's her. That's a beautiful shot.
That's what I think of The Shining
Yeah.
when I see that face.
I think of Full Metal Jacket.
Oh yeah.
That's what we wanted, the Gomer Pyle
Yeah.
crazy look. And St. Martha. I just wonder how many people would get that.
I don't think anybody would.
Yeah, I didn't get it.
I still don't.
You have to
get
see
it.
Batman beat Superman in order to get it.
Well, maybe one day someone will know.
Here's that
That was
chessboard.
the chest, yeah. This, the guy who did the choreography for our fight scene, that's his wife.
Yeah, just playing some random Bill.
Just another Bill slut. Bill
I
bitch.
never did remember what her name was. I couldn't credit her. It was Jeremy's wife.
Jeremy's wife.
I wanted to say it had a G in it, but
We're sorry we don't remember.
I'm
your
sorry. If I ever meet you again, I'll apologize.
Good.
name. What a dick.
Yeah. I was cringing when we were filming this scene because, like, I'm pretty sure the staff was hearing us. They're never gonna let another independent film shoot here again because of us.
Who cares?
We got what we wanted.
We were fine. We didn't say anything bad. We were filming. It wasn't like we meant this. It's a movie.
Yeah, you're right. Well, there was a wedding going on.
Well, listen, that's
Like
not
right
my-
outside.
I didn't say that they could have the wedding on that day.
You're right.
Yeah. Remember, we got called the police on because we had a camera on people.
How many more
sword
people
fighting.
saw? Okay, which one? How many more people saw? What? The wedding or this movie? Probably this movie. So I think it was worth it. Love that sound effect.
I wonder if they're still married.
That bitch slapping in the punch.
Yeah. And then we had to quit. This is the last thing we got to shoot before we had to leave.
Yep.
We could have shot out there, but we were just worn down.
That's legit why we had him throw Tyler, out the door.
Because I had to go into the woods.
Because we were getting kicked out.
Go into the woods.
But we did want to
So,
shoot.
story behind this, Jeremy Heck, he was an ex-coworker of mine. He trained Jeremy and JT on this fight scene, but the day of, he couldn't make it to the shoot, and he had all the swords. So, we had to go to the Halloween store to get some knives, and I ended up forgetting the knives at home after we walked all the way out here. So, the choreography was a little different, but,
That's what it.
you know, shittery happens.
You won't do it.
It all worked out.
Shittery.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we were supposed to have Tyler hold back Bill, and then Ramon was going to throw some knives at Bill, but miss every single one.
Oh, yeah. There was many different variations of this fight scene at the end.
Yeah.
But they're all pretty much like the same thing. It was just different stuff happening.
I love that.
I enjoy this fight scene. I think it's pretty cool.
It's pretty dramatic.
You don't got the balls to do it.
I like the fact that Ramon's a part of it at the end. Originally, Shane was going to be a part of it at the end. There were some scripts with Shane was supposed to be in, and then like Bill was high on the decks, and then Shane becomes like the devil or something. He gets scared, and then Tyler beats Bill.
Uh-oh.
He just walks over and beats his ass. One punch and Ramon.
One punch Ramon.
At least we didn't make it unrealistic.
Yeah, Bryan really wanted those lines in them.
I fucked her. I fucked her and you didn't. What does that tell you? I'm better than you.
That is kind of heartbreaking.
Yeah, that's
pretty
that's
evil.
an evil thing to say to somebody.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. That was rough.
Like, I fucked her and you didn't.
Yeah. Come on,
You wanted
Ramon,
her.
you fucking retard. You know, like when he thinks he's all powerful, that's when he says whatever really he's thinking.
Yep.
So this is where it comes out how truly awful he is.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's just kind of fucking with them. But I do love our idea of having the cane wrap around his throat like that. Like
Yeah.
that's, and you can just barely see Tyler coming up.
Love it.
So why don't I
Well,
give you one
I
free
promise I won't hit that
one
boot.
punch. One punch on me.
You know
and
what I
I'll
say?
put my hands
Mine
behind
after
my
you.
back.
Go fucking kill yourself.
Go fucking kill yourself, Brian.
Thank you.
You know what, Bill?
And there we have it.
Bottom on nothing.
I love that.
Yeah, I love that it's cane. He fights with his cane at the end. Perfect.
That's beautiful.
Did you have fun doing this with me, Jeremy?
Yeah.
I had
It was a
fun.
good day.
Yeah.
But I remember, weren't the mosquitoes bad out there?
Oh yeah, they were fucking with me.
Oh yeah, it was terrible.
I just like working with you. Thought it was fun. I thought it was an honor that you got to beat my ass. I got my ass kicked by Tyler Moore. I thought it was an honor.
It should be an honor. On the final roommate film.
Alright, we're about to have the good finish. Right to the head.
Back all red.
Right in the kisser. Pow, right in the kisser. Pow, right in the kisser.
This is it. That's the just over and over. There's both hands.
That reminds me of Christmas Story right there. Fucker.
Yeah, you're right. Smiles for miles, Bill. Each one hit.
Oh yeah, you wanted to use Smiles from Miles for the infomercial that we came up with.
I think that's pretty good.
And that's the last you see of Bill. Fuck you, Bill. Piece of shit.
Yeah, Ramon really didn't have much of a epilogue himself. We did, but we ended up deleting it for the film.
That's okay.
I actually like the music here, though, that Bryan put on there. And I really like that first shot with Tyler coming up. It was pretty good. But this was actually like just right outside those woods. This is such a beautiful area, so I was glad we shot. It kind of reminds me of like, I don't know, something on the Wizard of Oz or something.
Yeah. I gotta appreciate, these locations are pretty, so.
Yeah, even that background, how the sun reflects and everything, we got lucky. Like almost like we filmed it in the perfect time of day.
Mm-hmm. Like right before sunset.
Yeah. So, but I think it was going into night by this time.
52 years old, and I'm still.
Wasn't it about to get dark or something?
I don't want another one.
I think it was.
Anyone else we really need to give a shout out to here for this film?
Remember.
Next to me on my deathbed.
Oh no, I don't think so, because we just see Manny and then
Would you marry an old
Shane Amanda.
washed-up writer?
That's the goal finish.
Oh, you're
there we go.
hilarious in this scene, Brian. This got a lot of laughs at the premiere too.
Oh,
JT shot this too.
Yeah, that was one of mine.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yep.
This is good, Jake, because I remember Mike shot it a ton, and then when you started doing it, I loved what you did.
Yeah, I just had this idea in my head. I was like, I gotta get that in there, see if Brian likes it.
Plus, I don't look like a foot in this scene.
Right.
So thank you, JT.
I got you. I'll never make you look like a foot.
Interracial love.
That's right.
That's what we're all about here at Kindness for Weakness.
Diversity.
Oh, that's a beautiful cut. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
I gotta respect that. Good job, Ryan.
Did you wear the dragon shirt?
Yeah,
bar,
we wore
I
it.
always forget.
Yeah.
Bar.
Oh no, I wore it in the DVD argument scene.
Oh, that's right. That's what I always forget.
Yep, I remember coming here and showing you, and I was like, "You remember JT?"
Yes, okay.
What do you have to think about,
Damn.
Amanda? Why don't you look back on the summer and just take an overall picture of
So what are you gonna do now that you're alone?
It's a valid question.
He's just so good.
Yeah.
The one thing I do regret though is that when we went to these shoots, like I always had a million things on my mind. Like I'm directing it, I'm doing the camera work, and making sure everything goes well. I never thought about what my character was doing or what he's wearing or his motivations for the scene. So I kind of just got lucky with Shane.
Yeah. On the next roommate movies, Tyler dies. Burns himself in the cabin, and people piss on his ashes. You up for shooting that, Jeremy?
What are you gonna call that one?
Story of my life.
I might as well just call it Iron Kidney.
When I thought I had cancer.
Amanda, she was tolerable.
There's the train sequence.
Oh, Henry Ford.
Oh,
Yeah,
thanks to my friend
shout out.
Steve
Yeah.
for getting us in there.
We went to Henry Ford just to film by that train.
And back to reality.
This is a frame tale movie. It's a story within a story.
Yep.
So, for whatever that's worth, put that in your Easter basket and go fuck yourself.
Well,
the great Stephanie Scringer.
Yes, she is.
Thank you,
Marvelous.
Stephanie.
I love the Char
Thank
character.
you so much.
She was definitely one of my favorite people to shoot with.
I
She
love
has
that
a
the film ends with you and opens with it too.
wonderful attitude.
Perfect.
Thanks, Shar. You know, I've been getting screwed over my
Yeah, you're
entire
right.
life.
Dream to work
I've
with.
had roommates that have been able from the Navy. I've had girlfriends that have
What?
cheated on me. I had friends that stole my video games.
We're
I
we're
had
here
a
at the
roommate
final
that
scene.
Stole my identity.
Yeah.
Ah, I never
I
thought
had
I'd be
one
here.
that stole a can of
Yeah.
ravioli.
We were writing this in 2016, shot it in 2017, edited in 2018, and premiered it.
Wow. Never thought I'd be here doing the DVD commentary for a movie.
Yep.
Took forever.
I do have to thank you guys for all the work we all did.
Yep.
And until the next film, JT.
That's right, brother. Me and Gibby got a lot more planned. Mike will be dead.
Yeah.
Mike's gonna be starring in the next 3 films first.
And Jeremy will cameo, at least.
Yeah.
In every single one.
I think Jeremy's lined up to be a Santa in the next one.
Yeah. And I love your subtle, Jeremy. I love your subtle take care at the
Take
end of
care.
Char too. Like
Yeah.
you say it.
You say it to both
Yep.
Nina and Char.
Mm-hmm. And as you said, Mike, that's his way of saying I love you.
Yeah.
And this is I love that. That's how you know the movie's over.
Oh, I did this shot too.
Thank you, JT, for.
Oh, you did the final shot?
That's right. We can't hear it. I forgot. But Brian, the song that you picked, I love the closing song. It's playing right
thank
now.
you.
It's been playing,
Yeah.
but I love it. I think it's great. Well, that's the movie, everybody. So, yeah, round of applause for ourselves. So that was it. Hope you guys liked it. Anything else that y'all want to say?
Just go ahead and buy all Mike's books
Closing words.
so I can have more money.
Lawyer.
Thank you. Thanks, my girlfriend and sister Gabby, for making a few songs for this film, and everybody that let me use their music.
You have
Chris,
any
Brandon.
closing thoughts, Jeremy?
And that's all we have.
Can you really say? There it is. Hopefully you like it.
This movie is dedicated to Howard Wick. Rest in peace.
Yeah. Surprisingly, I don't really have too much to say. Other than I'm glad.
No messages for any Mikes out there like yourself?
No.
No Michaels that you want to say anything to out there?
No.
Oh, okay. Okay.
All right.
Well, see ya.